It's time to wake up with a nice cup of morning roast. Featuring
with Fillmore's finest, Monte Hill. The pride of the Excelsior, Joe Butcher Boy Shasky. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, the morning roast.
Wiseman for 3 straight on. That's good. His confidence is soaring right now.
Well, he's obviously been the best player on the fuller night for the Warriors. No question about it.
17 first half points.
The best I've ever seen him play.
Final score, Nets get the win, 143 to 113. Warriors will try to get healthy. That's the most important thing as they get ready for a long homestand, a chance maybe to improve their play and get better.
What'd you think?
You know, it's supposed to be the holidays. We're supposed to be jolly. We're supposed to be happy.
Uh-oh.
No.
Did the Grinch make an appearance this morning?
No.
You
Didn't
look
make
good
it a
today.
course. No, I don't.
Black is your color.
I could pull off red, green, blue,
Oh, excuse
gray.
me.
I'm versatile when it comes to that stuff. By the way, remind me to rip Carlos Ramirez today.
Why's that?
Oh, he's feeling himself.
What do you mean?
You know what he told me yesterday? We're watching the game, first quarter. Mm-hmm. This guy goes, Bonte, that's a rookie move that you're pulling.
What?
Wearing a tie with the matching pocket square.
No, he didn't.
And I looked
No,
at
he
Carlos
didn't.
and I said, Carlos, I've seen what you wore on Giants pre- and post-game show. You don't want to do this. And Mully and Taylor's looking at me like, and I'm like, Carlos, you don't want to do this. He goes on the website, this is how you can do it. And I said, oh, okay, Carlos.
Hey, B, did you tell him in these Frisco streets, we don't need no website to tell us how to dress?
I mean, I was blown away.
You were pissed, weren't you? Keep it
Blown
real.
away. Oh, yeah, I was running hot. I was running hot.
Honestly,
I was
there's
running hot.
nothing that bugs me more than getting fashion tips from somebody that you don't think should be giving you fashion tips.
No joke.
Although he's maybe a better dresser on television than myself, I would argue I've got my own style.
I've seen the bifocals he's worn. I've seen the outfits he's worn. I've seen the shoe game.
So
Anyway.
look, you know what? You sound like you're grinching out on me. Because I've got something
I'm in a
special for
great
you.
mood. I'm in a great mood.
Are
I'm
you?
Actually, well, not sports-wise. How can I be in a great mood
Oh, my God.
when the Warriors got beat by a combined 68 points in Madison Square Garden at Barclays Center? They gave up 91 in the first half.
Adam Snyder, 68.
I mean, it's Adam Snyder. There you go. Eric Heitman,
Colton
too, right?
McKivitz?
Was Eric Heitman 68?
No, Heitman was 66.
66?
Broke his leg. Horrible.
Yep.
Ended
But
his
no,
career.
seriously, how can I be happy as a sports fan? Everything else is fine.
I'll tell you how to be
Everything
happy.
is fine. So the Giants pissed all over themselves yesterday.
Well, B,
And-
we've reached a point with the Giants, and I'll let you finish, but ownership have to sell.
So
I'm convinced it's over
But
for them.
Farhan also has to go.
Oh, well, that's,
So
I mean,
think
that's
what people
duh.
I think people need to realize Farhan and ownership are hand in hand.
100%. I told you
hand in
yesterday.
hand. Oh, I said that too. You're going off on ownership. I was going off on Farhan. Now, there's rumblings that players don't really want to play for Gabe Kapler.
Well, that's the most
you know
obvious
what?
thing
Well,
in
you
the
know
world.
what? That's on Farhan.
Yeah.
He hired Gabe Kapler when nobody wanted Gabe Kapler.
Whether you like Gabe or not, I'm not here to let him be the fall guy, though. That's the one thing I'm not here for.
He will be the fall guy.
No, but that's not even fair. That
No,
takes
but
all the
we-
heat off of
but
them.
we knew
That's so weak.
2 years
You
ago.
did. You called this.
3 years ago.
It's so weak.
That Gabe Kapler will be a fall guy.
Yeah, it's so weak.
But you know what?
And I don't even like Kapler
You
in
know
terms
what?
of his managerial style, but
No
that's
doubt.
a weak cop-out to
No
me.
doubt. So we'll get to the Warriors. And I know you want to get to the fun stuff. But let me get this out.
Yeah.
Let me get this out. We got Marky Ibanez who's going to empty the chopper on all these teams.
Ibanez?
We got Nick Friedel. Yeah, Ibanez, 8 o'clock. We got the Doobie Awards today. We give out a couple Doobie
Yes.
Awards in the 7 o'clock hour. We give it a couple out at 8:30.
Yes.
But you know what?
What's that?
Like the Giants, and I said this yesterday, I'm not spending a dime on them. I have to walk that back only for this reason.
What's that?
My daughter loves baseball.
See, I'm glad you're here with me.
However,
Yes.
when she wants to go to a game, we'll go to a game. But I promise everybody out there in these streets, I will not be wearing San Francisco Giants gear. I will not be wearing Giants gear.
So what are you going to be like Rob Lowe? You're going to wear the Major League Baseball umpire hat?
No, I'm not even going to do that.
That would be actually hilarious because you hate officials.
That would be hilarious, but I will not do that. I will not do that. I would be wearing. I would love to see you wear a Mookie Betts jersey. No, I'm not going to go that far. I'll never.
What about a Jackie Robinson?
Nah, I can't do that. Jackie Robinson, UCLA.
Ooh, I like that.
But
I like that. Was he number 6 at UCLA?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
But, however, Orioles gear will be getting shipped to my house. Bird hats will be getting shipped to my house. I will not be rocking Giants gear. And then, A's games, I see a lot of people saying, hey, take it to an A's game. You know what?
I love that.
I'll take it to. You know what? That's actually a good point. Forget Third and King. You want to go to a baseball game, baby Chess? Let's go to an A's game. You're right. You're right, Dave Johnson. You're right. I'll just take it to an A's game. So I'm not going to Third and King.
He was number 18 in basketball because he's obviously a 4-sport athlete, if I believe. Track and field, baseball, basketball, and football. And I think baseball is his worst sport. 28, Jackie Robinson, for football. I'm trying to find his baseball number.
Right. All right. So, anyway, good morning to everybody out there on the roadways. It's nasty out there. A lot of traffic building up early in the morning. Lubman. One take Jake's back. One take Jake. He looks actually composed today.
You know
YouTube's back up.
One take Jake.
And you know what? Go ahead, buddy.
I was talking to him, and he's very befuddled at the lack of college love in the Bay Area. And I'm like, dog, we don't care.
Well, speak for yourself. I care.
Oh, here we go.
I care, but not everybody cares. I care about Bay Area college football. I care about I was at Stanford when it was humming.
Do you know what Cal basketball's record is right now?
Oh, they haven't won a game. Actually, they may have won their first game last night.
Last night
They won their first game. Yeah.
I mean, no.
They just lost to Santa Clara. I should actually keep it up with that.
You know,
USF was blowing out Arizona State on the hilltop.
I want to do a quick little palate refresher since it is our final day of the year. Can you play me something to make Bonte smile? And it's not my rap.
I'm not going to smile.
Well, I'm going to make you smile.
No, I'm telling you.
Play me our man, DMX. Come on, dog. What?
Yo, DMX is one of my favorites.
This is funny.
I'm not in the laughing mood right now, man. Maybe I will be. Maybe I will be in the 7 o'clock hour.
Merry Christmas, Bonte.
You know, how are you the most quote unquote the passionate fan in the Bay Area? And I'm pissed off about what happened yesterday.
Your boy is taking a drive down to Pebble Beach today. I'm floating.
No. See, this stuff pisses me off. I'm reading all the tea leaves about how the Giants botched the Correa deal. How they and Scott Boras he basically had no problem talking to Susan Slusser and anybody who would listen about what happened.
He's doing his job.
But the Giants sent out a 2-sentence statement.
They're a joke.
That I had to read over and over on Warriors pregame and Warriors postgame.
What are they saying at NBC? What's like the general consensus?
It's laugh. It's a joke. It's a joke.
You know in Godfather where he comes in and he hugs Fredo and you know that he's dead to him?
Yeah.
And
then he looked at his boy. It was like, yo, Mom's died. It's time to snip him.
And then in Goodfellas, when Paulie gives him the money when he's all drugged out, Henry Hill, and he basically says, and now I got to turn my back on you.
Yep.
That's the way I feel about the Giants right now. Even though I love them, even though I'm going to be there because I'm addicted to the suffering, and I know people can rip me and yell at me. I love baseball. I'm done with this ownership group. I want them to sell. I'm actually demanding them to sell because they are now turning themselves into an absolute joke. 13 days ago, I was like, this is a classy, well-run organization. Maybe they're not good at the farm. You know, that they've got some holes. You know, that for whatever reason, free agents don't want to come here. Seeing the timeline and seeing all of the chaos behind the scenes as it's starting to unfold. Ken Rosenthal wrote an article. Obviously, Grant Brisbee's written articles about it.
They've all written articles. Bagley's written articles.
Players, minority owners, people on the board, other free agents, Scott Boras, Carlos Correa, nobody knew what was going on. They literally, and you hear this a lot, you left the bride at the altar. No. They had the entire church packed. They had all their groomsmen up to the left of the tabernacle. They had Father Harriman from St. Cecilia's sitting right there in the middle.
Yep.
They had her family, their own family, all in the front rows. Everybody was in a suit. The bride is coming down the aisle. Correa is dressed in a suit, ready to come out, hang the jersey up in the air, put the cap on, and they were like,
no.
Yeah, we're going to back out.
Fall back.
What?
Well, there could be a couple things here. Doing a lot of thinking, doing a lot of talking yesterday, just kind of have my ear to the street.
Okay. Careful, you could get syphilis that way.
Nah, not if you're on the right street. Not if you're on the right street.
Santana Row in San Jose.
Got to know what block is hot.
Very clean.
Got to know what block is hot, baby. Even in San Francisco, you got to know what street is right. You know, and another thing. What? Screw Farhan for ripping the city, because now everybody outside of San Francisco has this, oh, man, you guys got a lot of homeless people. It's really dirty. Yeah. I'm tired of people talking about my city.
I told you.
I'm sick of this.
I'm done.
He's got to go.
Yes,
so anyway, what if, because I think Farhan and ownership is hand-in-hand in this situation.
Oh, they're all
Farhan's philosophy.
One bucket.
Farhan's philosophy.
Agreed.
He doesn't want to give out long-term deals like this.
They hired Farhan to execute that plan.
He doesn't want to give out 13-year deals. So ownership obviously want a penny pinch. Owners around the league are not happy with Steve Cohen for spending all this money. They're saying it's going to be consequences.
I respect Steve Cohen.
But you know what? I respect Steve Cohen too. Hal Steinbrenner, your joke for saying what you said yesterday. We'll get to that a little bit later. But I think they realize that, damn, Carlos Correa probably ain't moving the needle like we thought it was.
Okay.
And so season ticket packages flatlined, right? You know they had the season ticket packages. Oh, man, season tickets going on sale,
all that
bait
stuff.
And
switch.
They knew, damn, we didn't get Aaron Judge. You know what was getting people to the ballpark? Aaron Judge. So I think the season ticket sales slowed down. I think the jersey sales were not popping like they thought it would be. And then they were like, you know what? We got some medicals. We really don't want 13. We don't want to give away a 13-year deal. We don't want to give away $350 million. There's a loophole here. Let's back out right now. And they said to themselves, probably, we'll take the PR hit.
Bonte, have conviction in your beliefs, right? Take a big swing. Again, I remember in real time, everybody was rightfully crushing Jed York for hiring Tom Sula. And I remember when they brought in Chip Kelly. And my thing was at the time, and I remember, and look, in hindsight, I was wrong.
Right.
But I said in real time, you know what? I give Jed credit. This is a big swing. You know, Chip Kelly flamed out with the Philadelphia Eagles, but at least this is a bold move, okay? A bold move, thinking outside the box, trying to swing big. Mm-hmm. He tried it for a year, it didn't work. At least he had conviction in his thoughts on hiring Chip Kelly to begin with and giving him an opportunity to run things. Now, it did not work. And what did he do? He made swift moves to bail out of it. Have convictions in your thoughts. Scott Boras, say what you want about the guy. He hires the best of the best at every level. There's a reason he is representing the best of the best free agents year after year.
No doubt.
That's number one. His portfolio speaks for itself.
No doubt.
He does the medical for you. He knows you're going to go down and look at every little hangnail from fourth grade, every little broken toe from freshman year in high school. He knows this. And so they were out in front of this the entire time. They found something wrong with the ankle from 2014.
Oh,
I don't buy it for 1 second.
No, I'm not buying it. So that's why Farhan, and there may be something to players not wanting to play with Kapler. Kapler lost that clubhouse last season. He lost that clubhouse. When he got ejected in the game, all those players thought it was phony. I've heard from reporters who cover that team on a day-to-day basis. I've heard from people who work with the Giants on a day-to-day basis. They thought it was phony. They thought Kapler was putting on an act. And now you got Kapler as the manager. I don't think players, number one, want to play for him. Number two, Farhan hired him knowing that he had a bad reputation. We all remember the introductory press conference for Gabe Kapler for first 40 minutes. We're talking about a situation that happened in 2016. And then now you got Farhan Zaidi.
Well, they were accused of turning a blind eye to some sexual allegations in their minor league system. I mean, it was pretty ugly.
Yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly. So, to me, Farhan, Kapler, ownership, they could all go. But where does Larry Bear fall in this?
I actually think, and I'm not trying to exonerate him from, what's going on here. To me, I've been talking about for a long time. They have a jumbled mess when it comes to their ownership group. I've worked in corporations where you have shareholders and you have a board. And when you have those things, you are subservient to one thing, B, profit margins. That's it. It's not about winning. It's not about putting out the best product. B, if they truly believed that Carlos Correa was a really good player that could help them win or was at least the start of something, hey, even if it's an overpay, like a baseball point, like, and we can argue about the player and the worth and the years and all those things, but like, have some convictions. You did all this legwork for months on end to get to this point.
See, I don't think they knew. I think they thought Judge was a guy, and they signed Correa to kind of appease the fan base to sign somebody.
Well, that's bad business.
They knew the fan base wanted a star. And really, I told you this, and maybe this isn't the week for it, but Carlos Correa, to me, he's a very good player. Very good player. I like Carlos Correa. But to me, it didn't move the needle. Now, I played the games like, hey, man, we got somebody. Wow, they actually did it. They actually signed a big-time bat. But the truth is, he's never hit more than 26 home runs. I get it. But in this lineup, you had to start from somewhere. I'll listen to that.
It's the symbolism of the acquisition.
I'll listen to that.
Bonte, it's the symbolism of the acquisition more so than the player. Like, we can argue about whether, and there's a lot of people like, I'm glad they got out of it because 13 years.
No. You needed to start somewhere to attract other free agents. Now what happens is you got Kevin Gausman tweeting about the Giants, basically sticking the middle finger at them. Did you see his tweet?
Oh, I saw it all. But Bonte, if you were, I want to know these people that like 12 years, 13 is too many. Then where were you pumping your chest out saying they should have signed Swanson for 7?
Right.
I heard nobody say they want to sign Swanson for 7. You know why? Because Swanson don't move the needle either. Right. And actually, Correa is a better ball player than Swanson.
Yep.
So this whole thing, what it's taught me is that if you dig into the details, the Giants are a complete mess.
They're a mess.
And they need a complete reboot. Somebody's looking at this organization and they're saying to themselves, if I'm a billionaire, if I am, and this is what it is, it's a billionaire's toy. If I'm a billionaire, I'm sitting here going, this is a depreciated asset. I could turn this. How have the San Diego Padres become a more valuable franchise and a more valuable team to Major League Baseball than the San Francisco Giants?
Well, I'll tell you how. They're spending money. And they're appeasing their fan base.
Somebody's going to be looking at this on Craigslist, this Giants team, and they're going to say, I'll get that organization for $5 billion bucks, and I will turn it into a perennial powerhouse and a cash flush entity.
Maybe if they sell. They may not sell like John Fisher.
I'm demanding them to.
Well, they're not going to listen to you.
I know they're not, but
I'll tell you this. This is how. This is how I operate.
Yeah.
So ownership group is a joke. We know who they donate to. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of Farhan Zaidi. Bonte Hill, will not. Baby Chaz, we'll go to A's games. We will go to A's games. Bonte Hill will not be at 3rd and King next season until I see changes.
That's fair.
Until I see changes. I swear to God, I will not be in that stadium one time. Can't do it. Will not do it.
If I gave the keys of the organization to Joe Lacob or Jed York, wouldn't you have more faith in what they're doing right now?
Of course.
Think about the sentence I just said.
Of course.
This is a guy, Joe Lacob, who was booed off the court at half court year 2. This is a guy, Jed York, who was ready to be run out of town for a decade.
This is what I demand for fans, though. If you're really outraged and you're really ticked off at this organization, don't go to the games. Don't give them a dime. Don't be a sucker. Shasky, I'm begging you. Don't be a sucker and go down there. I'm dead. I drive by that place every day.
I know. It's a gem.
And I'm looking at it. I'm saying it looks depressing now.
I know.
The way I look at it, I'm like, that ballpark looks depressing.
Who's going to be on that?
Nobody's played in there.
Who's going to be on that big banner this year? Is it going to be Kapler again?
Grateful Dead's up there right now.
My dad must be happy about that.
Kapler was up there last year. I'm not going to the game. I'm not going to one. I don't give a damn. Nino, Palo Alto, what's happening? Good morning.
Yo, Bonte, what's up? I just wanted to tell you, everybody was like, right now, even the guy, you not calling for Willard? Because me and Willard, I go crazy on him. But you doing such a good job. I love you and Shasky. I just had to tell you, even if Shasky gets in a good mood, whoever, the energy you have to keep that throughout as long as possible, because this really is not a game. And how we look like a spectacle and a laughing stock. This organization has never been like this.
Nope.
Since I was born, before this organization, this ownership, they weren't there before I was born. This ownership will be gone probably when I'm still here, because I'm a real avid fan.
Yep.
So I just wanted to tell you, you have to keep on, because the ownership, Farhan, these people hear you, even if they don't say anything.
Oh, they know.
They have to get the whole fan base to spin on like you. We are beyond mad. You can't even have a good Christmas.
No, you can't.
I heard from about 7 different people on Instagram that they had bought Giants gear for their family, and they now feel like they were bait and switched for Christmas gifts and stuff, and they felt bait and switched. That's bad, dude.
You should see what I got you guys for Christmas. I feel terrible. The segment was brought to you by Golden State Lumber, serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit GoldenStateLumber.com. Mark Ibanez, 8 o'clock. Nick Friedel, 7:30. And look, man, we're working on new merch designs as we speak. And YouTube's back. YouTube's back. We missed them. I'm not going to a damn Giants game. That's what's coming up. Sponsored by CalHope.org and Department of Healthcare Services. Oh, and Doobie Awards. Yeah, thanks, love it. Doobie Awards coming up. Doobie Awards. We'll talk about that next segment.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. CalHope can help. Access CalHope's free and secure mental health resources. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
Uncle, Kate's gonna leave me, and I need your advice.
What's the problem, John?
She thinks I'm cheating on her, but I'm not. It's just that I have ED now, and I don't know why.
Don't worry. The same thing happened to me. All men lose testosterone with age, and this can cause ED. I went to Balanced Medical Solutions, and they helped me rebalance my hormones. Now your aunt is happy again, and I lost weight too.
Thank you. I'm gonna call them today.
Guys, stop suffering. Call Balanced Medical Solutions now at 510-679-3300 or visit balancedmedicalsolutions.com.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Here's to Prilosec OTC. Without Prilosec, I wouldn't be able to enjoy all this yummy holiday food. Speaking of, whoever made that apple pie, delicious. I just take 1 pill each morning and 0 heartburn all day. So cheers to Prilosec OTC. Ooh, are those jalapeno poppers?
Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid that can cause heartburn, so you can enjoy the holidays. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you the money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those that took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help you too. Just go to getrefunds.com/sports. Click on Qualify Me and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com/sports. That's getrefunds.com/sports.
Every morning at 8:50, the Morning Roast presents the Xfinity Flex of the show. Fonte and Shasky flex with their best moment of the day. Replayed at 8:50.
You'll win it for championship. Steph, Draymond, Clay helped the Warriors win this one alongside Jordan Poole, Kuminga, Moody. Nobody can say anything. They can't take this one away.
The Flex of the show. Presented by Xfinity Flex, the 4K streaming TV box with voice remote and Peacock Premium. Free with Xfinity Internet.
Are you dreaming of an adventure? Ready for a getaway? Celebrate the season with SFO. Enter the SFO Holiday Sweepstakes by visiting flysfo.com/holidays for your chance to win a $1,000 credit toward a nonstop flight from SFO with more than 115 destinations to choose from worldwide and other great prizes with SFO this holiday season. SFO, your gateway to holiday cheer. Go to flysfo.com/holidays for your chance to win today. Journey wonderful with Celebrity Cruises' biggest offer of the year. Enjoy 75% off your second guest, savings of up to $800 per stateroom, and up to $800 onboard credit. Sail on the world's best ships to the world's best places like the Caribbean, Europe, Mexican Riviera, and Alaska. Hurry, Celebrity Cruises' semi-annual sale ends soon. Call 1-800-CELEBRITY, contact your travel advisor, or visit Celebrity.com. Offer expires January 31st, 2023 and applies to non-refundable deposit rates and select sailings. Additional restrictions apply. Ships registry, Malta and Ecuador.
Get a cash offer for your car, truck, or SUV today at your local Bay Area Chevy dealers. Selling has never been easier. Just bring it into a Bay Area Chevy dealer, get a free appraisal, and we'll make you a cash offer on the spot with no obligation to buy. We buy any make or model, paid off or not. Find your local Chevy dealer at BayAreaChevroletDealers.com.
Are you kidding me? Gas prices are up again? Somebody has to do something.
Well, someone did. That's why I use Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that pays you back real money for every gallon of gas or diesel you buy. I just earned 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code GOLF for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's code GOLF. Use code GOLF for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill-up. Cashback's not available in gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Now, back to the morning roast with Bonte and Shasky.
The Doobie Awards happening a little bit later. Lutman, we're going to do a couple at 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah, so the first round will be at 7:20. That'll be our best guest of the year and our top roaster of the year.
Top roaster of the year, best guest of the year. We have 5 Doobie Awards for our first annual Doobie Awards. Next year, we may flush it to 10. Do the entire show with Doobie Awards. First annual Doobie Awards on the morning roast. Couple awards. We'll give out a couple awards at 7:20. By the way, this date in history, James Wiseman makes his NBA debut.
No way.
Against the Brooklyn Nets. Scored 30 last night, career high.
What'd you think of that?
Good for the young man. I felt, even Mully said, I was very disappointed in his performance Tuesday at Madison Square Garden.
He was the worst I think he's ever looked, which is a statement in itself.
Yeah, he looked awful.
Yeah, horrific.
Last night, look, I get it. You're down 40. You're down 30. You gave up 46 points in the first quarter. I got Draymond Green. It's just.
By the way, Ben Simmons looked great.
Ben Simmons set the tone against Jordan Poole and took him out the game.
Yeah, he looked great.
He took him out the game.
I know I've walked back the Ben Simmons thing. I might want to walk back into it, or I don't even know what the phrase is. He looks great.
Ben Simmons ain't going nowhere. I don't think Brook was traded at all.
He looks great, doesn't he?
So, he physically set the tone against Jordan Poole. Took him out the game. Jordan Poole, 4 for 17.
Bonte, they are
1 of 11 for the three-point line. They are rolling right now.
I want to just take a step back. I'm just going to ask you a big question here. My grandpa asked it to me. The Warriors even going to get to 15 road wins this year?
Don't know. Depends on Steph. We've got a couple games at OKC.
Let's say they did get Steph back in a reasonable, let's say a couple weeks from now, right? I'm hypotheticals here. Just all hypotheticals. This road thing is like, I can't unsee it. It's bad.
Well, last night you knew they were going to lose. Last night just throw it out the window.
Yeah, but I don't want to move off that. That's my biggest issue when we discuss the regular, the playoff Warriors are a different story. You got to get to the playoffs, and that everything changes once you get to the playoffs. But that's my biggest problem with regular season Warrior talk is there are too many nights like last night where it's baked into the schedule because of some of the deliberate, which I would be doing too, rest things to keep guys
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to win 15 road games. Honestly, don't know.
So that's where I struggle with this whole they can get right. I want them to tread water.
They got to do things at home.
They got to be prolific at home.
And they have been so far.
Okay.
But the road thing, when you go 0 for 5 on a road trip in Charlotte, Orlando, Miami, Detroit,
even just
and then New Orleans. Fitz said it, man. You win a couple of those games. They've blown 4 games that they should have won, right? They're 19-12 going into the last night. You're tied for first place, but you're not. You are what your record is, right? That's what Steve Kerr said last night.
And the injuries are just killing me, too.
Last night was just...
It was a hollowed-out version of themselves.
Wiseman looked great, but how can I...
I know. And Patrick Baldwin Jr., I like him.
I'm looking at Draymond Green, right?
He had a couple nice passes to Wiseman.
I look at this road trip for him. Take away the Toronto game. My man scored 12 points in the other 4 games he played on this road trip.
Ugh.
That's 3 points a game. That's 3 points a game. He had no impact. Last night, you could see right away, he don't got it tonight.
So, okay.
So when I look at a guy like him who says, I'm the greatest defensive player of all time, well, there's Kevin Durant. It's regular season. It's Brooklyn, New York. It's national TV. Greatest defensive player of the year. Check Kevin Durant.
I mean, that's not. Kevin Durant is all-time great. He was so much fun to watch last night.
But still, Draymond, check him. Set a toe.
He can't. I mean, who can guard? Honest to God question.
No,
who is guarding
that's
Kevin
not
Durant?
What I said.
I know. I get what you're saying.
You're not going to stop him.
Yeah.
Last year, Draymond took the assignment to guard Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And he made it difficult for him. Last night, there was no physicality.
Yeah, what?
You're leaving Kuminga on Kevin Durant? Jonathan Kuminga, really? I'm going to do that to JK. Hey, go out there and guard Kevin Durant. Go, Moody, go ahead and try to guard Kevin Durant. Oh, man, we're going to get to switch Wiseman. Go guard Kevin Durant. Draymond Green, take the assignment.
On one level, I'm very conflicted with the Warriors right now because on one level, I totally understand the team and the fan base's approach to, well, they've never been beaten when they've been quote unquote whole. The big three I'm talking about, right? And the loyalty and the desire to want all those guys to finish out as Warriors and blah, 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 blah. On the other hand, my brain is telling me and my eyeballs are telling me, and I've said this from the beginning, we could talk about all these minor trades and moving this young guy for that young guy. I don't think their best players are good enough.
Right.
I just don't.
I do. I think their top 6 is good enough. The starting roster has been good enough. The bench has been the problem. And the way the bench has been managed has been the problem. The way the youngsters have been managed has been the problem. The development has been a problem. I need 8 to 9 guys. When they were humming at 18-2 last season, they were going 9 to 10 deep.
Yeah, but Draymond was outstanding every single night.
Draymond has played actually good basketball up until this road trip this year.
Well, I mean, this is when I needed him.
But up until this road trip, Draymond's played good basketball.
Yeah, but when Curry went down in this road trip is when I need him.
Up until this road trip, he's played good basketball.
I hear you, but like if you're going to thump your chest, if you're going to thump your chest,
well, I just said
I'm not saying you. I'm saying Draymond Green about how I'm a top 75 player. Klay Thompson too, same thing. They were all super mad, and I have reached the point with Klay where I'm just going to be. I'm going to disagree with a lot of people. The knee thing. This is to me, this is a red flag. I'm really worried about Klay Thompson.
Well,
I'm not disrespecting him. I'm assessing in real time what the pivot should be with him and how to manage him moving forward. And I just don't know if we can rely on these top 6 the way that people think that you can. I don't think it's fair.
He's had a great 11-game run and then just slumped for the last 4 games. Klay Thompson's always going to be up and down.
He's a 31-year-old player who has got a sore knee again after missing multiple years. Like, that's who he is. And I think we're all in denial.
They say it's a sore knee. They say it's a sore knee. They say it's a sore knee. They say that. Just lit up Boston 2 Saturdays ago. Lit their asses up and defended at a high level.
He will have his moments, Bonte. I'm not denying. He will have his.
Clay's not the problem.
Bonte, you've got 2 players making $80 million, and then the third guy making another $30 million. But that's part of their situation.
You keep looking at
part
the
of
money
why they couldn't
Klay.
keep certain bench players was because of the money.
You keep looking at the money. You keep looking at that. Clay's not the problem. What you get?
Is he an answer?
Steph rolling.
Let me ask you: is he an answer?
When Steph's there, yes, absolutely.
On this team, is he
absolutely?
Is he the 3rd best player?
He's probably 3rd or 4th best player. Who's better? Jordan Poole hasn't been better this year.
No, I'm not going to make that argument.
No, you better not say that.
Steph
he hasn't been
Wiggins,
better.
And I think there's an argument to be made that Looney's been more impactful than Klay.
Looney has not looked great this road trip.
I know, but I think he might be more impactful.
They need bench. They need
no bench pieces solving their problems.
No, I think you need to add 2 guys. I think the West is the Warriors are 3 games back of the Sacramento Kings for the top 6 seed. This thing could flip in a heartbeat. They go 15-5 and over a 20-game stretch, and all of a sudden they're in the top 6 of the Western Conference. Then what have we said? Oh, the Warriors back. The Warriors back. Oh my God, the Warriors are back. So we're screaming.
I don't know.
So I'm not going to panic yet. I need to see the team whole. Maybe they don't get whole, and it's a wash season.
It feels like that. I feel like, and Sam and I were having this conversation, and maybe people don't want to hear this because you're wasting a year of Steph. I honestly feel like for the organization, if they're being sincere about themselves, you're not a champion this year. It's okay. The years happen.
How could you say that? We haven't even got to January.
Because everyone's hurt and they don't look good.
Last year they said Boston wasn't a playoff team in December.
But that was a young team before they're even in their prime.
This is a championship team. And I'll take a championship team over a young team
I don't
any
think
day of the
this
week.
is a championship team.
I got championship pieces.
I agree with
when
that.
When they're whole,
I agree with
championship
that.
caliber.
I do, but I just don't think it's in the cards this year. And sometimes that happens for you, And I look at them and I say, you might have to take a step back here. Take a step back in the small term to let some of these younger, if you are committed to the younger guys, take the step back, take your lumps, and let them play to take a step forward next year. And I know people don't want to hear that. But I'm starting to lean in that direction. That's why I'm conflicted with where the Warriors are at. I feel like they're at a crossroads. And I don't think there's a right answer.
I don't think these young guys are ready to roll.
I agree, but that's my point. And that's where Moody showed more flash yesterday. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but they were down 40 points.
I know.
They were down 40.
But you're going to have to embrace that.
Can I critique a team when they're down 40? They're down 40.
That's part of the maturation process of young players.
These young players, if they want to ball out, they got to ball out against the KDs. They got to ball out against the Kyries. They got to ball out against the Ben Simmons to help you win championships.
I can't even get Jordan Poole to ball out against them.
They're playing against the Coney Island Typhoons or whatever in the second half.
I don't know.
And we're going to,
I
Moody looked
we have
good.
a philosophical difference.
They were playing pickup basketball last night in the second half.
No doubt. But Bonte, like when you're playing, you're expecting Ty Jerome and Anthony Lamb to give you significant minutes.
Absolutely
you're
not.
not a champion.
Absolutely not.
When you're expecting JMG to be an impact player, you're not a champion.
That's why you may have to make moves to become a championship team.
Yeah, that to me would be pennies on the dollar. That to me is penny wise, pound foolish.
Man, I don't know. I don't know how good Wiseman could be. I don't know about
Wiseman.
He wants to play a different. Warriors centers play a different way, and I love the young. I think Kuminga's a keeper. Kuminga's a guy I can keep. So when I look at the Warriors, Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Poole, Looney, Draymond, that's 6. DiVincenzo's 7.
Mm-hmm.
Kuminga's 8. Can I find 2 other guys?
Yeah, I don't think that 6 is good enough. That's me.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. They got the best net rating in basketball. All right, more coming up on the Morning Roast, brought to you by Fremont Bake, full service baking, no compromises.
What's the matter, Kate?
I think John is cheating on me.
Why?
He claims to suddenly have ED, but he used to be an animal.
Oh, maybe he has low testosterone, a normal part of aging. Ken had that problem, and at Balanced Medical Solutions, they ran labs and evaluated him for only $99, and he found a solution that revived him completely.
Guys, why suffer? Regain your vigor today. Call now, 510-679-3300, or visit balancedmedicalsolutions.com.
Life doesn't stop when the economy is uncertain. The market might not care you have a wedding to plan or a kid to put through school. And inflation doesn't know you've got a family to feed. But Bank of America does and is here to help. With digital tools to help you save and local experts in the Bay Area, you can keep life moving forward the way you need it to. Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at BofA.com/San Francisco. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC equal credit opportunity lender.
Your Bay Area Panthers are back. Coach Arbet is back. Pro indoor football at the SAP Center in San Jose. Get your family season tickets now and enjoy no online fees. Bay Area Panthers are presented by Mary West Credit Union. Get ticks at BayAreaPanthers.com.
With car prices at an all-time high, Cars for Kids donors are now getting the highest receipts ever. Don't miss out for 2022. Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. and your car can be picked up tomorrow.
UCSF Sports Medicine Center is dedicated to treating every type of athlete, from kids to adults, amateurs to elite professionals. As one of the best orthopedic programs in the nation, UCSF has programs to optimize an athlete's performance and the latest advancements to treat the most complex sports injuries. With locations throughout the Bay Area, now including Marin, Walnut Creek, and Redwood Shores, it's even easier to make an appointment today. Visit ucsfhealth.org so you can get cleared to play. UCSF Health, redefining possible.
'Twas almost the holidays, and all over the state, not a creature was stirring, except for, well, Nate. He was panicked, in need of a really good gift. Nate's a procrastinator, if you catch my drift. So off he dashed to the closest store, and there found holiday scratchers galore. Now Nate won't get a lump of coal, unless he burns the holiday casserole. Yes, scratchers from the California Lottery are great, especially for Mr. Procrastinate. So when it's time to get your gift shopping out of the way, try scratchers. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player claim.
Looking for a holiday dinner experience to remember? Look no further. Afici, San Francisco's newest culinary adventure, is now open at 680 Folsom Street in San Francisco. Enjoy handmade pastas, house-made charcuterie, and a multi-course menu showcasing both Italian and French flavors for an unparalleled culinary experience this holiday season. Whether you choose Afici for a special occasion or a culinary adventure, you're sure to be wowed. Visit our website at aficisf.com to book your reservation today. That's AFICISF.com. Hey, Santa Clara County sports fans. The new Omicron booster is here and available for everyone 12 and older. Remember that kids can get really sick with COVID and the effects can be serious and long-term. You can't be at the top of your game when you're super fatigued. So keep your athletes safe this fall and winter with this important booster. And of course, wear a high-quality mask whenever you're inside with lots of people. Visit sccfreevax.org or call 211 to make your booster appointment. Stay healthy and stay in the game.
At Right Way Garage Doors, we consider what we do inspired craftsmanship. Our design pros are artists, using wood, glass, and metal as their brushes, your home, their canvas, all inspired by your vision. Right Way Garage Doors has been delivering the highest quality work with the right value and the right customer experience for 42 years. Check out their end-of-year blowout sale. For a limited time, receive 15% off your garage door purchase, plus qualify for up to 24 months no-interest financing. Call 877-DOOR-808 or visit rwgaragedoors.com.
At Harris Ranch, we do beef, just like we've done for over 50 years. Beef that's raised locally right here in California. Tender steaks, awesome burgers, and California classics like tri-tip roast. The flavor you crave, the quality you trust time after delicious time. Come on, it's time to get out and grill. Harris Ranch, we do beef. Legendary beef, legendary quality.
The Prophetic Matrix. Unlock the secret code to your destiny. A new revolutionary book by Michael John Toste. The first ebook to make history by being filmed in space. Discover your unlimited future. Get The Prophetic Matrix now on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
At Target, make the holidays a breeze with same-day pickup and delivery. Order today and get it today by choosing free drive-up, free order pickup, or same-day delivery when you order on Target.com or through the Target app. This season, get festive faster and holiday the easy way with Target's same-day pickup and delivery. Choose free drive-up, free order pickup, or same-day delivery on everything you need for the holidays. Only at Target.
At Total Wine & More, save big on what you love this December with hundreds of deals. Get up to 35% off over 200 different wines and spirits, including Cabernet, sparkling wine, single barrel bourbon, and so much more. These savings are huge, and even better, they're on top of prices that are already the lowest in town. Deals this good don't last long, so visit Total Wine & More to find yours. Love what you find at the lowest price, only at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Hey, it's Boomer Esiason, and we all know the game isn't over till it's over. So next time you need parts for your car, don't call it quits. Go to eBay Motors. They have 122 million parts to take your car into overtime. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
Now, back to the morning roast with Vontae and Shasky.
It's the best part. It ain't over, though.
It's the best bar. Second verse is awesome. It was awesome.
You feeling that?
It was awesome. As we talk a little Dubs, Giants.
Admit your favorite part is when I said rappers come to the gatehouse and pay respect.
Yeah, that
you
was.
love that.
That's that's legit. Look, when it comes to the Golden State Warriors, and I'm happy, trust me.
What do
It's
you
our
mean?
last show of the year. Got the Doobie Awards. We got Cousin Nick coming on.
If you and I just agreed on everything, would that be even like?
No,
yeah,
this is
man,
what we do.
Yeah, Bonte, you're right.
No.
Yeah, Shasky, you're right.
Look. It's been a mess of a year so far for the Golden State Warriors.
It's been
a mess. And it started in training camp.
Yes.
When they were in Japan and they came back from Japan, I felt so good about this team. It was a palate cleanser because the Niners were struggling. The Giants, we knew, sucked. Actually, they were limping their way to 81-81. And I was just like, damn, we got the Warriors back. You know, they start off the season, 3-2. They give up like 60-plus to Denver on that first Friday night at Chase Center. All right, whatever. Then they go on the road, and they go 0-5 on that road trip. And they start 3-7. And I'm just like, damn. And now it just leads me to believe that with this trade deadline coming up February 9th, this will be the most interesting, I guess intriguing, whatever word you want to use, deadline for the Golden State Warriors. Now, do they make a move? I have no idea. Do they stand pat? I have no idea. What if they fall out of the race and decide to trade Draymond Green? I have no idea. I have no clue what's going to happen here. But I did not anticipate them being 15-18 at this point of the season and looking this bad on the road and still having question marks about James Wiseman and Moses Moody. And if I had one issue, the number one issue with the way the season has gone, Shasky, is the handling of the youngsters. The way they handle the youngsters early in the year.
Okay.
Kuminga all of a sudden is getting DMPs. He can't play. But you're playing Wiseman. And then at one point, you're playing all 5 youngsters. And then at one point, you're not playing Moody, but you're playing Kuminga and you're sending John Wiseman to the G League. Again, the first 10 to 15 games, the youngsters should have played at least 15 minutes a night. At least. To where they didn't have to look over their back and just play. And you should have mixed them up with the starters. Let Kuminga play with Steph a little bit. Let Wiseman play with Poole and Clay a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, to let them just go out there and die by themselves, and then everybody's pointing the finger at the youngsters. That mishandling of the youngsters annoyed me. All right? It annoyed me. The starters, let's be real, they blew a game in Orlando. And at the end of the game, they blew a game in Miami. They blew a game. They blew the game in Charlotte, up 4 with a minute left, and then losing it overtime. Your veterans lost that. So it's just been a tumultuous start for the Golden State Warriors, and you could point the finger at everybody, but how did they fix it? Well, you get Wiggins back hopefully on Christmas Day, and you get Clay back. That sure the hell could help.
So you're keep pointing to the punch, which a lot of people are going to point to.
Not my first
I'm not
issue.
saying you're not saying,
but the vibe changed after that.
That's undeniable. Like anybody that wants to argue about it, it's undeniable at this point. I was asking you, like, wait a minute, Clay isn't playing during the summer, and everyone's like, oh no, that's okay. But that did set them back early on in the season. It set him back early on in the season. That's I think that's undeniable as well. And then when your Iron Man, Andrew Wiggins, who hasn't missed any games in multiple years, when he goes down, that's a monkey wrench that none of us could foresee. And that to me should have been the first thing, like, Joe, this might not be their year. Now, look, I know they just won it all. I don't want to be Debbie Downer. I'm saying, how can a Warrior fan who has watched this team night in and night out sit here and say, this version of the team, with all of the reality that's going on with Steph hurt, with Wiggins hurt, with them trying to figure out what's going on with their bench and all this, how can you sit here and say that this is even right now a championship caliber team?
No, it's not.
We got to go step by step. I'm not even sure they're a playoff team. Now, I want to believe, because of the benefit of doubt that they've earned, that they should be.
Without
but their
Steph
road
and Wiggins,
record, Bonte, their road record's undeniable.
Without Steph and Wiggins right now, they're terrible.
Yeah.
They're terrible. And with that said, Sacramento sitting at 6, and they're 3.5 back of the Kings for the 6th spot. You got to start winning some games here on the road. 12-2 at home, and you got an 8-game homestand coming up. And I think they can go no less than 5-3 on this 8-game homestand. And they got a back-to-back in there. Is Clay going to be able to play it? Is Rick Celebrini going to sign off on that? If not, how do you replace Klay Thompson? How do you win those games? How do you steal a game here and there? How do you start to win on the road? You know what I'm saying? Like that's so my frustration is It's with the handling of the youngsters.
Mhm.
The youngsters haven't developed in the way that I wanted them to. But
Yeah.
how can I fault them, man? You're throwing them into the fire with the vets. The vets haven't done a good job of holding leads.
Agreed.
I'll say this, Clay's been inconsistent.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Jordan Poole has been inconsistent.
He's been horrific at times and really good at times.
Right.
And it feels like nothing in between.
Draymond, if I could just get him to be aggressive, like he was in Toronto on Sunday. Can I get that every game?
Well, I need him now more than ever. With Wiggins out, with Curry out, I need him more than ever. And it feels like you get the flash where he scores the 3 threes early in the game the other day, but then it's like, it's just not enough.
Right. So Looney kind of hit a wall on that road trip, and I can't fault him. He's played in 144 straight games, 144 consecutive games. Looney's going to hit a wall here and there. He needs some 3 days off. I got no problem with Loon Dog. I think we agree. Steph is Steph. He's the one.
He's the outlier.
guy.
He's the reason
outlier.
why you have, if you are like, Joe, you're panicking, there's still shit, it's because of Steph.
Right,
And
it's
I
'cause
don't
of Steph.
deny that. If you had Michael Jordan, I would say the same thing.
Right.
If you had Kevin Durant, I would say the same thing. Like, that's the benefit of the doubt Steph gets. Without him,
oh, it's not good.
Yeah.
I think we all can agree Wiggins is your second best player.
100%.
We know that.
I think there's an
Everybody can agree
argument on
with
a
that.
night-to-night basis who the third best player is.
It's a night-to-night basis.
Exactly.
It's on matchups.
Exactly.
It's on matchups. I need more from Draymond Green. He scored 12 points in 4 to 5 games on this road trip. He played in 5 games. He had the 17-point night in Toronto. The other 4 games, he scored 12. But he's got the player option. What do you do there? What do you do? JaMychal Green, inconsistent. So does Dante DiVincenzo turns a quarter, boom.
I know. It sucks.
And now
they miss him bad.
Not only do you have the injury worries now you got the Bob Myers situation, Looney. Bob doesn't have a contract.
Oh, I don't even want to think of that.
Steve wants to get some money. I did not, going into the new year, think that the Warriors would be this much of a mess. They're just a mess right now.
I know.
And to go out there in Brooklyn and New York, it's one thing to get beat. They just weren't physical. They didn't look like they cared. And they let the Knicks steamroll them. First of all, you lose to the New York Knicks by 38 points at the Garden. You played at Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. And you get blown out by 38. And then last night, you allowed the Nets to score 46 points in the first quarter and then 45 in the second. Watching that game, I just said, damn, they don't even want to be there. Like Jordan Poole's face didn't even want to be there. Ben Simmons took him out of the game in 3 minutes.
All the youngster talk and the trade and this, like, I know you disagree with me on this. I'm telling you, for right now, just seeing this, with not seeing Wiggins for a couple of weeks, which they've really missed him, no idea where Steph's going to be at. Even before the Wiggins injury and the Steph injury, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if their top 6 is good enough. I know it was last year. A lot of things fell their way. I'm not taking it away from them. They made the most of all those opportunities. They were awesome. But to expect good fortune and good health as the team gets older is asking a lot.
No doubt.
There's a lot of tread on the tires. They were very lucky that Steph is. How many guards have been this good at 34 years old?
Not many.
I know. Health and nutrition and what he does with his body. He's an outlier. I get that. But like to think Dre wasn't going to slip a little, to think Clay was going to, like, what he did is miraculous in the playoffs. It's not, I think 10 years from now, we'll really like, wow, what he did was really miraculous. Today, I'm probably not even close to appreciating what he did. But to think that he would be, inconsistent early, like, I kind of did expect that, honestly. Even though everyone's like, he'll be better next year, he'll be better. It's like, oh, no.
So you look at the way they play. Only 6 times this year in 33 games, the Warriors have shot more free throws than their opponent.
Well,
so they're not getting to the free throw line.
They have a historic disparity between what the opponent is shooting and what they're shooting from the free throw line.
The points in the paint is not favoring them.
No. They're not athletic. They're not
fouling.
Long. Yeah.
They're getting blown by. So I'm not saying trade right now. I do think it will be intriguing February 9th what happens, though. What happens February 9th? Do you roll with the youngsters? Is Wiseman a fit? Because here's my issue with Wiseman. And it's not Wiseman himself. It's the coaching staff. If you drafted him to be Andrew Bogut and Festus and Zaza, well, you drafted the wrong guy. This guy can get buckets. He's offensive driven. Defense will come later, hopefully. And it starts with positioning, not being in the restricted area, grabbing more rebounds. He's got to become a menace on the boards. That's a work. Same thing with Kuminga. They got to attack the glass, grab rebounds, go get that ball, be ferocious on the glass. It's not there yet for him. But, like, if you wanted him to just, set screens and pass out of the split action and pass out of the mid-post, dude, that's not James Wiseman. So you drafted the wrong guy. And that, to me, is on the scouting department. It's on the coaching staff for not developing him. Go down to the G League for what? Get numbers? For what? He's not going to play that way with the Golden State Warriors.
So the Wiseman thing is interesting because I think we're recalibrated to what the team is now and not what they were when they drafted him. We thought when they drafted him, like, they might not have another opportunity to draft someone with high upside. Like, I think it's easy in retrospect to say they should have taken a more polished player. I think the majority of Warrior fans were still in the denial mode. We're like, we're not going to be drafting that high ever again.
No doubt.
This is a once in a generation opportunity, and you got to take a guy with the highest possible upside. And I think that's what they thought they were doing.
And I still agree with the pick. I'm not going to do the revisionist history where, people, you could got Tyrese Halliburton or LaMelo Ball. I'm not going there.
And let's also remember, like, 2019, they went to the finals, but KD was on the team. 2020, Steph hurt his hand.
And Clay was out.
But we really didn't even know, like, how much better is Steph? Like, I think the last couple of years has really cemented who he is as an individual player.
No doubt.
I think his legacy as a teammate was already cemented, but I think he's elevated himself the last 2 years.
Right.
And that's before they picked Wiseman. And then the night Wiseman gets hurt, the night Clay gets hurt, they draft Wiseman. Like, I think it's easy to go back with revisionist history and say they should have taken this guy or that guy. I remember nobody wanted LaMelo Ball.
Nobody.
This thing that they wanted LaMelo,
Yeah,
nobody
it's a
wanted.
lie. It's a flat-out lie.
Yeah, nobody wanted
It's a flat-out
LaMelo
lie. Nobody wanted Halliburton either.
No.
Nobody really wanted Halliburton that high.
Not that high.
You would have had to trade down. And a lot of teams didn't want to trade down in that draft. They didn't.
No.
They were like, no, we're going to stand pat. The Bulls floated a rumor about Wendell Carter Jr. or whatnot to get the Warriors to bite. But that was it. So the Warriors are in some funk, man. They're in some trouble. They are in some trouble. And then, look, people every day, again, in my life, there's three things they want to talk about. Brock Purdy. They want to talk about the Giants and how they're whiffing on everybody. And they want to talk about how the punch affected the team.
Well, that's something.
And there's a lot of people in the basketball world who think karma got the Warriors this year for the way that was handled. So, look, that's not going away. And especially if you continue to lose games, that's never going to go away. That's the worst part about it. We're all hoping that, you know what? Maybe you start 18-13, or maybe you start 18-15, or you're 19-14, or you're 20-13, and you're at the top of the West. Nobody's talking about that. But you're 3 games under 500. It steps out for at least another 2.5, 3 weeks. At least.
That would be a total of, 5 to 6 weeks, I guess, essentially.
Yeah. He's not even lifting the basketball right now.
And that's being optimistic. And that's being optimistic. But that's kind of where I'm at. Like, so, like, I know we want to make this trade and everything. I'm going to go in the other direction. And I'm not. It might not be their year. Now, maybe I'm proven wrong.
No, it
but
might
in
not
my
be.
estimation, if you're a Warrior fan and you take a deep breath, taking a little step back in the next couple of weeks and letting the youngsters get their footing. You're going to have to take a step back, let them find themselves a little. I don't think that they're allowed to breathe and make mistakes because you're trying the pressure cooker of winning.
But Kurt, Lacob's paying a luxury tax.
No, I know
he's
that.
Sitting up there, he's not going to sit. He wants the youngsters to play, but he also wants to win.
You're already set into the luxury tax, so you're already paying.
But he wants to win.
I get that.
Lacob's not going to sit here and say punt the season.
But what I would tell him
luxury tax.
But what I would tell him is that if you truly believe in these young players, which I feel like they do, if you truly believe in them, you owe it to yourself to take a step back, play them a little longer, stop with the Ty Jerome minutes.
That's on Steve Kerr.
No, I agree. And take the step back, and then maybe 4-5 weeks from now, they're all in a little bit better spot. And I'm not saying they're going to be, championship pieces or whatever, but it'll pay dividends down the stretch. It'll pay dividends next year and the year after that.
We don't know who's going to be here next year.
Because the other way I look at it,
Draymond may not be here next year. Klay Thompson's going to be on his last year of the deal. Steph's going to be 35.
Vontae,
you have a championship window like this, you can't blow it.
Well, so then, okay, let's play it out in your direction. So you have a championship window, you can't blow it. And you make a bunch of deals, and now you got no future, and now you're the Houston Rockets?
Listen. Let's be real. Once Steph retires.
Of course.
It's going to be some dark days around
Of course.
these parts.
Look at San Antonio.
Exactly. So let's like this whole thing, like, the future, we got to have once Steph retires because he's the system. That's the system.
I agree with that. But
Once
why
he
can't
retires,
you? But why can't you build a team around an aging Steph Curry that doesn't have Draymond and Klay Thompson also there as centerpieces, clogging up 80% of the cap?
Well, Clay's going to be here. They're not going to trade.
But I'm asking you that question.
I don't.
See. I think we can.
I don't think these pieces. Like, is Kuminga going to be ready? Like, it's
no.
twilight.
No.
Is Poole going to be ready to take over the throne? He's struggling against top defenders in the league. Ben Simmons took Poole out in the first 3 minutes of the game, and he was never heard from ever again.
Bonte, this is part of the taking a step back. Jordan Poole now got the money. Jordan Poole is now someone that you're going to be building around for the long term. He ascended. Now he has to adjust to the league adjusting to him. This is part of the growing process.
This is interesting. 888-957-9570.
I would take the step back.
How many Warrior fans are willing to take a step back and let the young guys play and sacrifice the season? That's basically what you're doing.
I mean, are you? So
Shasky.
Ty Jerome and Anthony Lamb and JaMychal Green are actually going to salvage the season while Steph Curry's out.
No.
That sounds insane.
That's what you said. I'm not saying that at all.
So Jakob Poeltl right now, I'm just saying, hypothetically, you trade for Jakob Poeltl, Miles Turner, the season is saved.
I don't want those guys.
Okay, then what do you want?
I don't want those guys. I'm asking you. You take a step back. Moody, Kuminga, Wiseman.
Yes.
They play all these minutes.
Yes.
Are you going to win games?
No, but I don't think you're winning that many games, even if you make a trade for a veteran.
How's Steph going to feel about that? I mean, don't you think Steph wants to win?
Of course he does.
Steve Kerr wants to win?
Of course they do.
Joe Lacob wants to win?
Of course they do. They wanted to win in 2020.
How do you sell that to the fan base that's paying top dollar Chase Center? You talk about the consumer all
no
the time.
doubt.
That's what you always talk about.
I know.
Paying top dollar Chase Center to go buy tickets.
Injuries. The way I phrase this, guys, injuries happen. We're trying to make the best of the situation. Now we're trying to, make our assets as best as they can be. And here's the thing. If they start to show promise, Bonte, it's a double-edged sword. Not only can they maybe help you, maybe they have more value on the open market. They're at the lowest they possibly could be. Moses Moody's value is at the lowest it can be.
Maybe.
James Wiseman's value is at the lowest it can be. And you can say, Joe, there's a sucker all around. I don't think some veteran playing 20 minutes. Miles Turner, I'm just using him as an example. Right. Miles Turner is not making them all of a sudden a over 500 road team.
There's not a player out there that's jumped out to be on the trade market.
That's what I'm saying.
There hasn't.
So I would just be dedicated to playing young players.
But think about the pieces that they had last year that helped them win a championship. If they were on the market right now, GP2, Otto Porter Jr., Bielitsa, they wouldn't pop out to us. We were like,
No, because the way that they play is a very specific way.
It's all about fit.
Yeah.
And Jakob Poeltl kind of fits. Now, am I willing to trade a high-priced youngster like a Wiseman? Not really. Miles Turner? Not really. Kelly Olynyk? Not really.
I'm being serious. You really think while Steph's out for the next 4 weeks, Jakob Poeltl keeps
without
them
Steph,
in the game?
you're not winning many games.
Okay, then.
Without Steph, you just got to tread water.
And then knowing that,
the way I think is
they're not treading
Steph
water.
Gets back. All right, we got to get the King of the Hill.
My bad.
All right, King of the Hill. Sorry about that. You could edit that. My bad.
Gather round, all you fanatics of sports.
I was laughing. I had a skittle coming down my throat.
It's time for Lord Bonte of House Hill to decree the finest 8 football teams in all the NFC. For this is King of the Hill.
Bonte, you are nobody, my dude.
On 95.7 The Game.
All right, we're going to breeze through this right before the break, and we got the Doobie Awards. First annual Doobie Awards. We got a couple awards we're giving out before Nick Friedel, so we're going to breeze through this. No numbers needed. I'm just going to count them down. 7 Bucks, 6 Commanders, 5 Lions, 4 Vikings, 3, as my phone is about to die, 3 Cowboys, 2 Niners, 1 Eagles. That's your King of the Hill this week.
Oh, wow.
And that is brought to you by Fasteners Tool Outlet. Why pay more at a big box store?
I bet they've got drills, Makitas, Milwaukee's.
Got everything. I was using the drill the other day. I was impressed. Built a shelf for baby Ches. So I got to build a little fake kitchen for her, too. More drill work, more hammer work, more nail work. Just what I want to do during the holidays. You talk about the consumer all the time. Is the consumer ready to chalk the season to let the young guys develop?
I look at it from the.
I don't think so.
Well, no, it's an interesting point. B, I just look at it and I see how angry Giants fans are that they depleted everything to try to salvage what they had with Brandon Belt and Crawford and Posey. They were so loyal to them to a fault. Now look at them. And now, and look, there's no guarantee that the young guys are good. That's the risk. There's a risk on both ends. There's a risk that it just crashes and burns and you have to start over and you'll never get anywhere close. And there's also a risk that you have Steph Curry go away and you got nothing.
I don't think this regime is ready to sacrifice the season.
Well, I don't think the fan base is ready to move off of Draymond or Clay or any of those guys. I agree with that.
Tickets like that, you basically contradict yourself about the consumer, about everything like that. Like, this is a championship team. This is a championship core.
This is a championship team. And you got 3-15 team on the road.
A championship core. Who cares about the road? I care about the road in the playoffs. They'll beat your ass in the playoffs on the road.
No one's healthy. We don't even know if Steph's coming back.
Steph's back. Steph's coming back. Steph's coming back. Steph's coming back. Don't worry. What's coming up on the game, sponsored by ChooseChange.org and Department of Healthcare Services. Boy, we're having some show. So jolly. Last show of the year. Doobie Awards coming up. Hit it, Jake.
Stimulant use disorder is a disease, not a choice. But getting help is. Make a change by choosing treatment for your meth or cocaine addiction. Find proven treatment options at ChooseChangeCA.org.
Stretch your lashes to new heights with CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara. Up to 60% longer looking lashes. It's an instant lash extension effect. Lift, stretch, and lengthen with a lightweight formula infused with biotin, peptides, and pro-vitamin B5 for strength and protection against breakage. Looking for a lash extension in a bottle? Try CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara for up to 60% longer lashes. From easy, breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
No one knows where this market will go. Things could change tomorrow, next week, or next month. At Merrill, we've been here before, and history shows this is the time to stay focused on your future. Because through every market, the bull will always have your back. Find an advisor in the Bay Area at ml.com/bullish.
Merrill, a Bank of America company. What would you like the power to do?
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor. Member SIPC, a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank of America Corp.
Christmas time is here, and so are all the greatest deals on power tools at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Enjoy 12 days of deals on all your favorite brands starting December 12th. Grab free batteries with tons of Makita products and more of this year's greatest deals. Save $100 on a Makita 18-volt rear handle circular saw and take home 2 free batteries to top it off. Stop by Fasteners Inc. at 2897 Monterey Road, December 12th through the 24th, or shop online at fastenersinc.net.
Hi, I'm Aaron, owner of California Deluxe Windows. Ever notice? When your neighbors get new windows, there is a large black eye of broken stucco, uneven plaster, and even mismatched paint. At California Deluxe Windows, we never leave a ring around the window. Why? Because we are one of the only companies in California who custom crafts every window and door to your home's exact measurements. Almost everyone else on the radio is a distributor. They grab a window from a warehouse, break open your walls, shove it in, and patch things up. At California Deluxe Windows, we take pride in our work. Our installation technique is so precise, we do not break your stucco. Your house could be covered with potato chips, and we wouldn't crack one.
Call now, and for a limited time, you get 30% off your entire order and 24 months of interest-free financing. 800-874-3600. 800-874-3600. That's 800-874-3600. California Deluxe Windows. Windows engineered for life.
Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 774-518.
Norman, we need to pause this surgery.
What, doctor?
Well, we need to hurry to the Xfinity Hello 2023 sale. New Xfinity customers can get 75 megabit internet for just $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Plus, when you add 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile, you get $500 back for a limited time.
Drop everything. Get to the Xfinity Hello 2023 sale now through January 10th. Go to Xfinity.com/Hello 2023 to learn more. Restrictions apply. Internet offer requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After term, regular rates apply. Xfinity Internet required for Xfinity Mobile.
Are you dreaming of an adventure? Ready for a getaway? Celebrate the season with SFO. Enter the SFO Holiday Sweepstakes by visiting flysfo.com/holidays for your chance to win a $1,000 credit toward a nonstop flight from SFO with more than 115 destinations to choose from worldwide and other great prizes with SFO this holiday season. SFO, your gateway to holiday cheer. Go to flysfo.com/holidays for your chance
to win today.
Journey wonderful with Celebrity Cruises' biggest offer of the year. Enjoy 75% off your second guest, savings of up to $800 per stateroom, and up to $800 onboard credit. Sail on the world's best ships to the world's best places like the Caribbean, Europe, Mexican Riviera, and Alaska. Hurry, Celebrity Cruises semi-annual sale ends soon. Call 1-800-CELEBRITY, contact your travel advisor, or visit Celebrity.com. Offer expires January 31st, 2023 and applies to non-refundable deposit rates and select sailings. Additional restrictions apply. Ships registry, Malta and Ecuador.
Does your heart long to wander? To encounter colorful creatures from the deep blue sea? And amazing animals from the Amazon and beyond? Feed your wild heart. Travel the world. Right here in San Francisco. Make your reservation to the California Academy of Sciences at calacademy.org. Explore Wanderwoods, our new outdoor playscape, now open.
Streaming on Peacock.
Fellas, I'm getting married.
From the creator of The Best Man and The Best Man Holiday.
Come with us to Quinn's wedding. Guaranteed to put a smile on your face.
And executive producer of Insecure.
They want to make unfinished business into a movie.
That book caused a lot of drama. Get your popcorn ready.
Just like old times, only better.
The Best Man, The Final Chapters. A new limited series. Streaming now. Only on Peacock.
Let's get lit!
Wireless headphones. That'll be $200.
I'll use my Capital One Quicksilver card.
Now that's a hit. You used the Capital One Quicksilver card, which makes you the hero of every purchase. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere.
I wanted running music, but unlimited 1.5% cash back is pretty heroic.
Good instincts. Every hero needs a theme song. The Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Now, back to the morning roast with Bonte and Shasky.
Let's cheer up here. Shasky, now I'm happy. Giving out some awards. The first annual Doobie Awards. We're going to give out 2 right now before we get to Nick Friedel and talk about the Nets, and I'm sure Nick Friedel will revel in clowning the Warriors for their performance last night. Doobie Awards, baby. Doobie Awards. Love me. You ready to roll?
I am very much ready to roll.
He's ready to roll. Look at him.
Roll a joint for the doobies.
Possibly.
Need one of those right now.
Is that such a 1970s term, doobie?
No, we used it all through the 90s and 2000s.
Because when I think of a doobie, I think of my dad. My dad and his buddies used to call it that.
Dude, we used to save our doobies.
Gold.
We used to save our doobies when we were drinking a Patron back in the day.
Well, that's a
Patron.
roach. Yeah.
Well, doobie, roach, whatever. And put the doobie in the Patron bottle, and we stack it up. And once the Patron bottle got filled up, you take out all the doobies, and you roll a bunch of blunts. And boy, whew, that was one hell of a high.
Duh. Yeah, it's called a resurrection.
Yeah, I know.
It would also be the death of your lungs and your throat.
Depends on how you hit it. But the Doobie Awards. All right, our first.
Now I gotta go silk the shocker on you.
No.
Let me hit it.
The first.
Let me hit it. Let me hit it. Let me hit it. Let me hit it.
Oh man.
Do you know what song I'm talking about?
No, what song is that?
Silk the Shocker?
Nah, Silk was trash.
Charge to the Game is a classic.
Charge to the Game. He had 2 songs.
No, he had like 3.
Okay, 3. I'll give you 3 out of 20. Silk was not a good rapper.
No, but Charge to the Game was a great album.
He on Somebody's Watching Me.
Yeah, TRU.
He had the second verse. Mia X had the best verse.
Well, Mia
Third
was,
verse.
come on.
But the second verse, Shocks.
Coming
Silk
from the
Shocker
crest.
said, I'm paranoid. I can't sleep at night. I'm sleeping. I'm paranoid. And he said something, and it was just like, bro, you just said the same thing.
Well, that's
what are you
Silk.
talking about?
I mean, come on.
All right.
Give me the Doobie Award number 1.
All right, Doobie Award number 1.
Sugar Wolf Pimp.
What is it? Our guest of the year, right? Guest of the year, Lubman.
Yeah.
Here are the nominees.
For our guest of the year,
I'm so excited.
we got Brian Baldinger.
Oh.
Dave Fleming. Our friend Anthony Slater.
Wow, Slater?
And President of Basketball Operations, Bob Myers.
Wow.
So those are the nominees for
Wow.
the guest of the year.
Wow, no Laura Britt gets omitted.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Alex Pavlovich, my homie.
Phil Sims. Yeah, I mean.
I texted him. We're good.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that yesterday.
What do you mean?
Just keep it moving. Drum roll, please, for guest of the year.
Come on. Are they mad at me?
Brian Baldinger, everybody. Brian Baldinger, our guest of the year in 2022 on the Morning Roast.
I don't like any of it, to be honest with
you. He gets the first ever
Baldy
Doobie Award. And now Baldy's so busy, he could give us...
Darby Dance!
Baldy could give us a speech because he's too busy right now. So that's how janky the Doobie Awards are. All right, next award, Lubman. Next award.
Wait, time out. I want to stop for a second. Keep the music going. So Alex is mad at me? I texted him.
No,
he
he's
said
not
we're good.
mad at you. No, he's not
Are
mad
people
at
NBC mad at me?
No. I heard... Just trust me. People listen to the interview. They listened. All right? Just keep it moving.
I'm doing me. When you come into the circus tent, be entertained.
I'm coming at Alex Pavlovich like he's a Giants mascot or something. Like he paid. One thing that's annoying me these days, I will turn to a Grinch real quick.
Uh-huh.
And I checked you people yesterday for saying this.
Okay.
Oh, Pavlovich is paid by the Giants. He's a shill.
Did I say that? No. I respect his opinion.
They're doing the same thing with me, saying, oh, man, Laker pays you. You can't say anything critical about the Warriors as I put everybody into a damn trade, as I talk about the youngsters and the veterans blowing games, but I'm paid by Laker.
No, it's
some
not.
Of you clowns, some of you clowns, don't try me.
But, Bonte, I love you, and you're not paid by the Warriors. You're not paid by the Warriors.
Yeah, I know.
Your opinions on the Warriors just suck.
No, they're the truth. They're the truth.
I'm just teasing.
He knows I love him. Can we continue the Doobie Awards, please?
What?
We got Will Smith and Chris Rock up here.
Take that back. Because your Clay take may have been the worst of the year.
He's looking more like
worst takes of the year. Your Clay take last season and this season.
Your denial on Clay is he's looking more like Carmelo Anthony the last 4 or 5 years than he is Klay Thompson.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's the reality.
Oh my God.
Call what it is.
You said that last year and he balled out.
Here are the nominees.
For our roaster of the year, so this is a shout out to all of our best roasters out there, all the people who listen every day. We got Duke in the City. We got Filmo Mike. And we got El Sleepy Floyd.
Wow.
Bonte, I'm going to give you the card. Do you want to announce the winner?
Wow. This is a tough one. And all the, dude, Tyler Miller, Michael Hernandez. Wow. Just so many people didn't make the list. It's tough. Drum roll, please. Roaster of the year in an upset, El Sleepy Floyd.
Wow.
Oh, wow. El Sleepy Floyd. But you know what? When the guy makes North Faces, when the guy comes up with merchandise ideas, and he's making all these graphics with this in it.
Sick graphics.
Wow, sick graphics. It's hard not to give it to him. El Sleepy Floyd. Roaster of the year.
Wow.
And you know what? He's on the line right now.
No way.
Sleepy Floyd. Your acceptance speech, buddy. El Sleepy Floyd, are you there?
Oh, I was waiting for y'all to. Hey, what's up, Bonte Hill, Joe Shasky, and Sam Lemon. I just want to say thank you, Morning Rose, for this award of handsomest Filipino from Vallejo.
Let's go.
It's the true man of the people. I want to thank my family for not following me on Twitter. But one love to my Jinky, my 3 girls, and their significant others that I call expansion packs, and my Oppo grand boy Beans. I want to say hi to all my haters first, because without them, I wouldn't understand how dope I am.
Damn.
But really, to all my followers and those that tell me I'm a goat, I'm just out here trying to do the Lord's work. And most of all, just stay positive about the Niners, Warriors, and Giants, no matter what, yo. Because good juju wins championship.
Let's go.
There it is. There it is. El Sleepy Floyd.
Where can they get your some of your merchandise? Because you whipped up some sweet stuff for us here at 95.7 The Game Shop. But where can they get some of your stuff?
Bay Area Raise Apparel, wearethebar.net. We got Bang Bang, NinerGang.net coming.
Let's go.
I want to push this because this is another blessing I've had this year, other than you guys, is working with the Mossy. Get it, 3030 Records. I'm the new creative director of the Mossy.com, 3030records.com. Y'all remember the Mossy, right?
Oh, yeah,
records?
no doubt.
Of course.
No doubt.
We coming heavy this year. New album.
Let's go.
And just want to let you guys know, Bay Area, I love the Bay, Vallejo 707. And if you want to listen to some bad hip-hop, Justy Flacco on all major music apps.
Hey, El Sleepy Floyd.
Or one of my
congratulations.
bad rap songs.
We love you. Everybody loved the North Face. You hooked me up with everybody.
Yeah, it's
people
pretty
in
sweet.
Seattle were walking up to me. I just want to touch your jacket, and they were touching it while asking me. I'm like, come on, man. I don't know where your hand's been, but thank you so much. You're a true rock star. But I got to say, El Sleepy Floyd, there's a lot of people not happy, man. You get the first annual Roaster of the Year award.
Watch out for Fillmore Mike.
Watch out for Fillmore Mike. Watch out for Duke. Watch out for Tyler Miller.
Yeah.
Watch out for Danker. Watch out for Jason. Watch out for Mike. Hell, watch out for the entire YouTube chat. They think the whole damn thing is rigged. All right, El Sleepy Floyd. We got to keep you moving. Thank you so much.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm on.
Congratulations.
See ya.
Hey, listen. YouTube's not happy. Not happy.
Shocker.
Not happy. Nobody's happy today.
I know.
What a day. You know why? I blame the damn Giants. I knew the Warriors would lose yesterday, and I didn't know they were going to lose by 30. I didn't know they were going to be down by 40 at the half and give up 91 points. Tie for the most in franchise history for most points given up at the half when the Warriors gave up 91 to the LA Lakers back in 1972. I didn't know that was going to happen. But damn, last 48 hours, it sucked. And I'm the guy boycotting 3rd and King. Go figure. But, hey, Roasters, you know what? Tyler Miller, man, that's an upset. He didn't make the list. He didn't make the list, dude. That's tough. Now, I wasn't part of the selection committee here. So I'm going to just say that. I'm going to throw some people under the bus. I wasn't part of the selection committee.
Well, I mean, you already threw me under the bus for doing my job, and so, you know,
how did I throw you under the bus?
Coming strong opinions about
what? How
just
did I
in
throw you under the
general,
bus?
you know?
When did I throw you under the bus?
All the time.
I never throw you under the bus.
all the time.
No, you throw me under the bus.
I make
all the
rap
time.
songs for you.
No, you went
I
to
prop you up as the
Boxer
king.
Gerson. You came in running hot, just blah, 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 blah. I carry him. I prop you up, man. Your name is on Warriors pre and post every single day.
Well, I mean, geez, you got to defend me because it sounds like NBC's mad at me now.
They're
No
not mad at
FaceTime
you.
in my future.
No, they're not mad. Just, people got to realize Pavlovich ain't paid by the Giants. You got a job to do. Got sources to protect. Damn. People ain't mad. Man. People not happy with the roster of the year. Let's go to Gene. Gene didn't make the list. Gene in Oakland didn't make the list. It's an upset.
Yeah. I'm terribly disappointed, but I'm going to shoot for next year. Okay.
Okay.
Doobie Awards, baby.
Hey, listen,
we're around next year.
Yeah. So last year I said that I was inspired by Joe's raps to the point where I was going to become a rapper myself. I call myself too old. I don't remember that. All right, so I finally got around to doing a little rap song here, and accompanied by my wife, Jan.
Oh,
is it a duet?
Oh, this is duet? Oh,
my God. Let me stand back.
Oh, man.
You guys go.
I'm going to hit you with the too old rap. You
Okay.
guys ready for this?
Yep, I'm ready.
Do we need... Wait. Do you need a beat?
I got a beat.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Me on the drums in the background.
Let's hear it.
Here we go. Can you hear it?
Yes.
All right, here we go. I'm rapper too old, but not too old to rap. Gonna bust out some rhymes, then I'm taking my nap. I'm running real hot, but not making a fuss. I'm common, too short, but he's not ludicrous. The NFL and NBA, but always here for you. Wish we all could say the same for Mr. Carlos Correa. On Boston, Massachusetts, as a chowder head, but your Boston teams now, hell, I'd rather be dead. Because I love the Sharks, Warriors, and 49ers, you see. Love Hurdle, Curry, Purdy, and, of course, Jimmy G. Wish to hang with the Saints, talking South Dynasty, and maybe rock a TikTok with Papa Joe Shasky.
Oh, my God.
Wishing all you Yostas, you guys especially, a very happy and healthy 2023.
Night, big boys.
Wow!
Oh, my God.
Gene!
Oh, my God.
You just shut the internet down.
Hey, listen.
Oh, my God.
Listen, we have a late entry. For
my
Freestyle
God.
of the Year. We have a late entry for Freestyle of the Year. Freestyle of the Year will be awarded at 8:30. Late entry. Freestyle of the Year.
My God.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Gene, was she banging a
Pots
pot?
and pans.
Was that what that
banging
was?
pots and pans. Holy smokes.
That was incredible.
I don't even know where we go from there.
I mean, he had my dad in there. He had Jimmy
Friedell's
G.
ready? Oh, Friedell's on.
Purdy.
Oh, we go to Friedell.
Can you play Nick Friedell, My Song to You?
All right. So we have Nick Friedell's intro.
Okay.
And then you can play the song.
Well, then I want to explain the song to him before I play it.
All right, play Cousin Nick's intro.
Yes.
He just blew my mind.
Gene.
Gene's got a better freestyle than you, no doubt.
You're probably right. This is the best intro.
This is.
Oh, dude, this beat.
What is happening? What is happening? All right, let's bring in Cousin Nick, ESPN, Brooklyn Nets beat writer. Cousin Nick, were you on the line for that Gene freestyle?
Yeah, shout out to Gene for the Papa Shasky reference, too.
Oh, my God.
How about that?
Hey.
Oh, my gosh.
So, Nick, first off, we miss you. I love you.
Sorry you didn't make the list for Guest of the Year.
Yeah,
we apologize. It's a long list.
I love y'all guys. It's all good.
Slater beat you to the punch.
It's all good. And so, Nick, a couple weeks back, Bonte comes in here, and he was tongue-in-cheek with it. He said, yeah, people, the streets are telling me that I'm the king of Bay Area media, which I've been joking at him. No.
Gosh.
I'll take it behind the scenes. I've been joking with him, and I said, dude, I feel like you're the king of the media right now. Like, you're on TV at night. You're on the radio in the morning. We're killing it on both sets in terms of the ratings. You're the king. And so this whole, like, Bonte's the king of Bay Area sports media has really taken off. And it's, like, tongue-in-cheek, but also very serious.
It really triggered him, Nick. It really triggered him.
Well, I could be Robin Hood.
Everybody else can brag about being arrogant and cocky and being the best. As soon as I do it, we got to make rap songs about it.
So, to make him smile during a rough week, because the Warriors, they're a sinking ship right now, I made this song because he works with, Chris Mullen, Run DMC, a.k.a. Run TMC. I made this song. Jake, you got to be ready on the beat here, bud. I mean, we've got rookie mistakes here. Nick, hang tight.
We got one take, Jake. It's his first
we
week
had a
on the
new
job.
guy behind it. Basically, we're playing Anthony Lamb right now.
He's on a two-way contract. Hey, Cousin Nick, we thought Spadoni was going to get Wally pipped. So anyway, well, let's fill some time before we find the rap.
This is like Marco Bellinelli scoring 40 in a summer league game and then doing nothing the remainder of his career.
Last night. 91
is it like James
half.
Wiseman scoring 30 and then ...
Dude, so Cousin Nick. All right, here goes the rap. Here goes the rap.
Sire, to burn his kingdom, you must use fire. He won't stop yapping till he retires. Now he rocks the roast, so come correct. Dial 957 if you want to vent. Doing dub, pre and post on your TV set. Rappers hit the gatehouse and pay respect.
What are you talking about, Shasky? I'm the king of Bay Area sports talk. Come on, Shasky, doggy. Come on, doggy.
Who do you think invented you, Shasky?
I'm the king of Bay Area sports. Hold on, Nick. It gets better. What are you talking about, Shasky? I'm the king of Bay Area sports talk.
Second verse is yours.
Come on, Shasky, doggy. Come on, doggy.
Who do you think invented you, Shasky?
I'm the king of Bay Area sports.
Wait up, Nick. It gets better.
The roast ratings killer, there's no one chiller. Interviewing David Stern and Will the Thriller. He's one sharp fella, I know we can hang. Leader of the trademark and the GDG Gucci gang. Roll to the rock to the roll. Waller Street, Bunty Hill, Fillmore. You can see him on TV for show. And you can catch him 957 morning radio.
Nick, 1 to 10, what do you rate it?
I give it a solid 6.
Oh, I'm falling to my knees.
Damn.
I'm falling to my knees.
Did you get it? Go ahead, Nick.
It's pretty solid. I can picture Joe in the 80s Warriors starter jacket with like a massive gold chain and some black Ray-Bans up top, just going to work on that video. And maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's the next step. But the rhymes are there. I do love I invented you, Shasky. that got me every time that went out there.
It is true.
And see what they're doing to me out here, Nick, man. They're driving me crazy, dude. Carlos Correa.
It's all love, my man. It's all love.
No, it's no love out here, man. It's bad blood right now. It's the Hatfields and McCoys, as Shasky always says. Bloods and Crips right now on the morning roast.
Yep.
It's big beef right now happening because we're all going crazy over what's happening in the Bay. You had to sit through that game last night. I had to sit through that game last night. Shasky, by choice, sat through that game last night.
With Grandpa.
I mean,
Grandpa was critiquing Bonte in a good way. He was just so proud of him on television.
I mean, these guys give up 46 points in the first quarter, 45 in the second quarter, 91. No physicality. Ben Simmons took Jordan Poole out of the game in 3 minutes. I mean, how do you describe the atmosphere yesterday? I mean, what did we watch?
Well, the atmosphere was like that of every other Nets game, which is to say there wasn't much of one inside Barclays. But, aside from that, the game itself was just bad. That was a bad product for the NBA. And I know that the Warriors have been struggling. We know the road record. But to see it up close, guys, you know the look and feel of a championship level team when you see it. And it was starting to be built early last season when I was still there. In fact, this was right around the time that I moved out to New York. But you could see they had the depth that they needed. You could plug anybody in, and I know that you guys have gone through the roster deficiencies because I listen every day. But when you take out GP2 and you take out Otto Porter and you don't have guys that you can trust in all those kind of different spots, well, then you get a lot of what we saw last night. And, of course, not having Steph out there and not having Wiggins out there, who, to his credit, and I'm the first to say, Wiggins has been even better. I mean, when Wiggins has been out there, he's improved even more. He really has developed into just a great player for this team. But when you don't have those guys out there and you have the uncertainty of what Poole's going to give you, and we know what's going on with Clay, it is so very hit or miss right now when he is able to really give them what they're going to need. I think this team is going to be better, but to think that this group is championship caliber this year, I don't see it unless they make another move.
Well, and I know a lot of Warrior fans are going to sit here and they've said it to me like, Joe, you didn't think they were a champion last year. And it's like, well, so many things early on in the season reflected that, wow, they're way better than we thought heading into the year. Now, I know they had a really tough stretch, February, March, et cetera, and you didn't see any of the players play together. I just never have gotten that sense this year. Is it fair to be like, no, this is a championship group. We just saw them win 6 months ago. Is it fair for me to say, yeah, but this team feels so different than just 6 months ago, even the top six?
Joe, it absolutely does. And anybody who's telling you that, come on now, let's have a little bit of a reality check. What I will tell you is that Warriors team last year taught me as a writer, as a journalist, that you can never count out any kind of team that has a Steph or that has a Draymond who is locked in and motivated, or, Clay just hasn't played very well since he's come back, but we've seen him do it before. So you don't want to just completely count him out and say, it can't happen. The difference, though, is that early in last year, right around this time, we had started to see what they were turning into. And I go back, guys. So in fact, Slater and I were talking about this last night at the game. Draymond last year, before the opener at what was then Staples, is sitting there saying, we're a long ways away from a title. Draymond loves to say, I told everybody early, don't let us win. And it was on that podcast. But that was like a month and a half into the season.
Right.
On opening night, Draymond was sitting there telling us, as we're talking to him, hey, we are a long ways off. We've got a lot of work to go here. And to see the development you could see why everybody was starting to be really positive about what could happen. That development is not there. I mean, we could go through 1 through 5 or 6 on the roster, but once you get to about 6, 6 to 10 or 11 or 12, that is rough right now. And to see it up close and to see all the deficiencies that they do have, it makes you just shake your head. But I say in the same breath, the West isn't they don't have any kind of knockout team right now. Right. I don't think the Warriors are scared of anybody on that side. I will tell you, I've seen Boston and I've seen Milwaukee up close. And the Warriors don't want any part of those two teams.
Well, hold on, Cousin
right
Nick.
Now.
Hold on, Cousin Nick. We saw Boston come to Chase Center a couple Saturdays ago. No Andrew Wiggins. And the Warriors put it on them, Celtics. Put it on them. They turned Tatum into a pumpkin. I'm going to defend my Warriors on that one, but I do agree with you about the West. I do agree with you about the West.
You want to put that bet down right now.
Oh.
Whether the Celtics or Warriors are going to win.
Well, let's do that if they play each other. If they play each other.
We got a dinner bet right now because
we got a
I'm
dinner
taking
bet.
Boston all the way in that one.
I'm rooting for the Celtics so hard. If we get Warriors Celtics Part 2, now I'm going to be miserable for going to Boston because that flight sucks. Shasky's going to be out there with his Boston accent out there. But you know what? We'll get a lobster roll. We'll eat crab together, and I'll gladly take your dinner bet. If the Warriors and Celtics.
Done deal. Let's do it.
We got to do dinner anyway. But
Nick,
listen.
when we went to Boston, the last day we were there, me and B ordered this giant plate of crab legs.
Oh, yeah, the Alaskan crab legs.
Oh, my God. This thing was as big as the table. The two of us put it down and then got more. You don't want to see us at a buffet.
I would expect nothing less.
No,
I am really impressed. Let's just hope for Part 2 here.
Fredell knows food loves us, and we love food.
Absolutely.
We've been at the Shackies eating plenty of pizza.
Yes.
Now, Nick Fredell, ESPN, covers the Brooklyn Nets. You brought up Draymond Green, and we could get on the youngsters. I think they've mishandled the youngsters. I think the youngsters haven't been ready. That's another conversation. But Draymond Green, outside of that Toronto game, in 4 of those games on that 6-game road trip, he scored 12 points. When he's aggressive, the Warriors are a different team. And then you see him talking yesterday to Katie and Kyrie, and I could tell right away, Draymond, he's not into this game tonight. What are your impressions with Draymond Green from the start of training camp, which we know what happened in training camp, to what you see now?
B, I think that punch really screwed things up, frankly. And I say that from a distance because I'm not around it day to day like I was the last 3-4 years, but you just can't have something like that happen. And for as much respect as Draymond has earned through time and as much as that group just loved him, you can't tell me that incident and the aftermath of it didn't have an impact on the start of the season. Now, when you watch him play most nights, at least through the first month and a half, 2 months here, he looks still pretty solid defensively. It looks like he's given that group what they need. But offensively, it's the same old story. I mean, when Draymond's aggressive, they're 100% a different team, and he creates some more space, and they need him to be that playmaking guy. But, you know, I'm sitting here seeing Steph go down for a month or whatever it's going to be, and I'm going, oh, no, here we go again from a few years ago, guys. Because the three of us had those conversations. That year was so bad. And when Draymond would show up for those younger players, they had a chance of winning. In fact, go back to that Christmas game they played Houston that year, and that was their best win of the season. Draymond's running up and down the floor, screaming and yelling, and they're beating Russell Westbrook and Chase. At that point, that was the loudest we had heard it.
That's great.
And we're going, oh, man, like, Mari Spellman and Kai Bowman. Here we go.
Mari Spellman.
Dude, we've come a long way, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
We really did. But B, if he's not playing and giving that group without Steph and Wiggins playing at the level we're used to seeing them play at, then he's just not the same player. And I was right there with you last night. I was just waiting for the ejection because I figured, all right, Draymond is done with this, but he was kind of enjoying being out there with Kevin again and, you know, trying to get through the game. So that's the only surprise last night for sure.
All right, I'll ask you a question about the young guys in a second, but on the Draymond Clay thing right now, Warrior fans are always going to cape up for two legends. Two legends. I mean, their resume is so decorated and without any argument. They are all-time Warrior legends. The question that I have is, what are they now as players from a league perspective? How do people view them now? We view them as Hall of Famers and All-Stars, but how do you and the league view them right now currently?
Clay's just not that good right now. It's sad, guys, because, look, I watched Clay. I loved seeing him play at the level that he has been at through all those years, Joe, before all the injuries piled up. But when you watch Clay right now, it's not pretty. And that's just reality. I mean, the difference between Clay before the injuries and Clay now is that every time Clay went out there, you knew what you were getting. In that first year when they were still at Oracle and I was living in Oakland, remember in those first few months, he could not make a shot.
Yeah.
He just was in such a terrible slump. He was at that game in Portland. He was talking to his hand after he finally knocked down a few shots. But you knew that Clay defensively would give you everything he had, and he would be at least serviceable enough offensively where teams would have to still guard him, even if he was slumping, because they knew it was only a matter of time before he got rolling. The Clay that has appeared after these injuries, he's just not the same defensively. And offensively, he's had some really big nights, and everybody wants to go, oh, man, there he is. There's the old Clay. We know it's in there. The problem is in the consistency. And I don't know if it's going to be able to come back all the way like it has, but if we're talking about the totality of the last year, he's just not a very good player right now. With Draymond, defensively, he is still a very, very elite defender. But with Draymond, it's the same issue over and over, in that when you watch him play early, you go, all right, does he want to play tonight? Is he fully invested tonight? And I'd say most of the time when I've been able to watch this season, I feel like he has been. But you need that Draymond all the time, especially when you're dealing with these absences. And when you don't get that type of performance, this team and this roster, especially the back end of it, isn't good enough to compensate when he's not there in that way.
Nick Friedel, ESPN, here on the Morning Roast on 95 Silver the Game. What are your impressions of the way Steve Kerr has handled the youngsters? James Wiseman, Moses Moody, and Jonathan Kuminga.
Oof, Wiseman. Let's start there. It's rough. I mean, I know everybody's going to focus on he had 30, but B, you were watching the same game I was.
It was a pickup game. Come on.
Oh my God! It reminded me. I can only imagine, and you guys are coming at it from the Giants' perspective with Barry Bonds. I'm coming at it from the Cubs' perspective. The Cubs would be down like 8-1. It'd be like the 8th inning back in the home run chase, and Sammy would hit a ball like 500 feet. He'd be like, oh, damn, Sammy hit one today. Everything's good. I think people focused on that Wiseman box score last night, but they're still not viewing it like, how's he doing setting screens, and how's he doing holding on to the ball and working in the post,
boxing out,
and running through
rebounding.
The offense.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he has regressed from what I saw in that beginning before he got hurt that first year. He is just absolutely regressed. Now, B, is that on Kerr? Is that on the whole coaching staff? Take your pick there.
Right.
As far as Kuminga and Moody, you still see the flashes from Kuminga, and I was talking to some of the Warriors people yesterday, and they still like what they see from both of those guys, from Kuminga and Moody, and they think that time is on their side and they're continuing to develop. But when I watched Kuminga, I thought we'd see more consistency, a little bit more. And when I watch Moody, I think he's still going to be really solid, but I don't know what the ceiling is at this point, because I think that they thought that he was going to be ready for 10 or 15 minutes a game, and it is very clear that it's not just on Moody, but a lot of those guys aren't ready for the minutes they're getting. So there was so much hype around, all right, well, we changed the coaching staff and we changed how we're developing these guys behind the scenes, and the 2 tracks and on and on and on. those guys, the proof is in the pudding for all three, although I think Wiseman is in a different category in that regard. Wiseman, guys, just does not look like he is going to find his way in the next year or two. The other guys with Kuminga and Moody, I think that there's still plenty of time for them to develop and to be helpful in the rotation for this Warriors group. But there's no question, when those players aren't developing, that goes on Kerr. I mean, he's the head coach. He's in charge of the whole deal. But something has not clicked for all three on a variety of levels up to this point, because the organization was absolutely expecting more than what we've seen to this point.
Cousin Nick, ESPN, covers the Brooklyn Nets. We know Nick Friedel. We love him here on the Morning Russ. Shaska and I were having a conversation. What do you do without Stephen Curry? Do you play the youngsters and just sacrifice wins and losses, or do you try to win games and put yourself in a position at the trading deadline to possibly make a move to get into the Western Conference playoffs that is wide open, as you just mentioned, Nick? Do you think this organization, you're tapped in with the Myers and the Lakers and everybody with that coaching staff, do you think with how much they're paying in terms of the luxury tax and salaries, do you think they would sacrifice this season to try to develop the youngsters?
I don't because I think they know they've got Steph still in his prime, playing like the MVP when he's healthy on the floor. And the tenor of the conversation around this team, when you look at the schedule that they have coming up, I know they got that, 8-game homestand?
Yeah, 8-game homestand, yep.
Look at the teams that are coming in. I know that a few of them have gotten hot lately, but there is no reason why we're not going to sit here in 3 or 4 more weeks and the ship won't have been righted for now. And if you can't win those games in the short term without Steph, although you are getting Wiggins back and there's not as many back-to-back, so Clay's going to give you whatever he can in those moments. If they win a few of those games and Steph comes back, I still think they're going to look to acquire at the deadline, because they know how much money is invested and that Lacob and the ownership group put in this summer. Right. And they know they can't run the risk of, Steph will just keep being this good for the next few years. Steph is incredible. There's no telling how long he can stretch this. But I would still bet on shorter rather than longer, because that's the history of the league. No star at the level Steph's played at just continues to play like this year after year after year after year. The injuries start to pile up, and you wonder sometimes how the rest of the roster around those stars goes. The Warriors are in that right now. But I'd say all of that to say, yeah, I still think they'll be buying at the deadline. But this is where I want all Warriors fans to take a deep breath, because they won last year. And that really is the bonus title. Nobody, and I mean nobody, expected that title to actually happen. The fact that it did, people need to embrace in these rough times that are ahead the rest of this season at various points and in the future, because that title was so unexpected and so awesome for the Bay and for all the people that have followed this team for so long. When you're getting really frustrated, it's not that this team can't win again. It's that you need to remember how special that run was and the fact that they actually got it to the top again.
Nick Friedel, ESPN. Merry Christmas, my brother. We'll see you next month.
I love you, buddy.
Merry Christmas, guys. I miss you like crazy. I had to laugh the other day watching that Bucks-Niners game, because I know we had talked a few months ago about flying out there. And as I'm watching Brock Purdy demolish the Bucks defense and Brady just continue to, I don't know what the hell is going on there, but
yeah, we don't.
I'm going, if I had flown there and I had sat with B and Mr. Shasky and the whole crew, I would have been just looking down like, get me out of here.
It would have been a rough one for you.
It would have been really rough. So good luck to the Niners. I hope they keep rolling for everybody's sake, but just remember that Warriors title last year. Remember the parade. Remember all the good times, because it's not that it can't happen again, but embrace what happened already, because it was pretty cool.
I got to say, Nick, our YouTubers just love you. They just love you, cousin.
Oh yeah. I mean, not as much as all the Nets fans love me here.
Boy, hey, Kyrie, I heard you guys are best friends again. White Elephant games at Kyrie's house with cousin Nick and KD. Hey, cousin Nick, man, happy holidays, man. We love you.
Guys, I love you back, and I will see you here soon in about a month.
All right, buddy.
There's certain people that I hear their voice, or I see their picture, or I see them. Guru's one of those people. It makes me smile. Nick's one of those people.
Nick makes me smile. But I love him so much that I won't push back on some of the things he said.
Oh.
There's a lot of disagreements there.
Well,
I'll see Nick next month.
It's just two mensches, me and him, cutting it up, two geniuses when it comes to basketball.
Two geniuses.
X's and O's.
You guys aged really well last season when I was telling everybody it's going to be a championship run. Get ready for a parade.
Thank you, Bonte.
Yeah,
thank you,
please.
Bonte.
No. It's not Bonte. It's the king of the Bay. Bow down, baby. Where's my crown at?
Wait, let me bend the knee.
My boys are around. It's the last show of the year.
Okay, can I
lighten up, everybody?
Why are we on such edge back there?
Hey,
behind the glass.
Nahegan's in the freaking air.
I don't
taking
care
a flight
what's
back
going
home,
on with Nahegan. We're working.
My guys.
The entire Bay Area media is taking the time off, and we, the two linchpins of this station, who are carrying things, are actually in here working our you-know-what's off, carrying this bad boy, and you guys are yelling at us about a break. Nahegan, go open a gift.
Injury report.
Shout out to Ashley Napa, bought one of our new DPOY sweatshirts. Get yours at 957thegameshop.com. Injury report. Charvarius Ward may be available this Saturday against the Commanders. He was in a blue non-contact jersey at practice yesterday, a sign that he's making progress from a concussion he suffered last Thursday night in Seattle. Also, Brock Purdy was limited as he continues to deal with an oblique injury. That said, it was reported that Purdy was throwing well during a portion of practice that was open to the media. The injury report brought to you by Boxer & Gerson, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping injured workers get their lives back for over 40 years. What's coming up on the game? Sponsored by Fremont Bank, full-service banking, no compromises. Marky Banyas!
Let's go.
Lord Marky Banyas, as there's a new king in the Bay. What's up, Mark? He's coming up on the roast.
Attention men, if you have ED, PE, or low libido, or if you're always tired, weak, and gaining weight, you could be suffering from low testosterone, a common condition in men over 40. Balanced Medical Solutions has helped thousands of men regain their vigor, stamina, and strength. Restore your performance in the gym and in the bedroom now. Receive a medical evaluation with blood tests and free follow-ups for only $99. Getting old is not a choice, but feeling old is. Call now, 510-679-3300, or visit balancedmedicalsolutions.com.
Hi, I'm Aaron, owner of California Deluxe Windows. Ever notice? When your neighbors get new windows, there is a large black eye of broken stucco, uneven plaster, and even mismatched paint. At California Deluxe Windows, we never leave a ring around the window. Why? Because we are one of the only companies in California who custom crafts every window and door to your home's exact measurements. Almost everyone else on the radio is a distributor. They grab a window from a warehouse, break open your walls, shove it in, and patch things up. At California Deluxe Windows, we take pride in our work. Our installation technique is so precise, we do not break your stucco. Your house could be covered with potato chips, and we wouldn't crack one.
Call now, and for a limited time, you get 30% off your entire order and 24 months of interest-free financing. 800-874-3600. 800-874-3600. That's 800-874-3600. California Deluxe Windows. Windows engineered for life.
Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 774518.
We're on a journey to make healthcare more accessible and more equitable, to treat the most complex diseases and offer hope where often there is little, to provide better care to more people across the Bay Area. We are more than a hospital, more than a university, beyond science and technology. We are the people of UCSF. UCSF Health, redefining possible.
Hi, welcome to IKEA and our winter sale. Hi, we've got hundreds of offers on everything from storage solutions to...
I'm sorry, did you say hundreds?
Yes.
I'm still working from home. Anything to help me get organized?
Absolutely. Check out our offers on shelving and desks.
Ooh, what about mattresses?
Yep, those too.
Dressers?
Sofas? Yes and yes.
I think I need a bigger cart.
Visit us at ikea-usa.com/offers for details. Offer dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and ikea-usa.com/offers for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Norman, we need to pause this surgery.
What, doctor?
Well, we need to hurry to the Xfinity Hello 2023 sale. New Xfinity customers can get 75 megabit internet for just $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Plus, when you add 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile, you get $500 back for a limited time.
Drop everything. Get to the Xfinity Hello 2023 sale now through January 10th. Go to Xfinity.com/Hello2023 to learn more. Restrictions apply. Internet offer requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After term, regular rates apply. Xfinity Internet required for Xfinity Mobile.
Looking for a holiday dining experience to remember? Look no further. Alexander Steakhouse is now booking reservations this holiday season. Look forward to handmade pastas at our newest restaurant in San Francisco, Afici. Enjoy your menu favorites at our various locations across the Bay Area, or give the gift of something sweet from Alexander's Patisserie or 165 this holiday season. Alexander Steakhouse is perfect for a special occasion or culinary adventure. Visit our website at alexandersteakhouse.com to book your reservation today.
Hey, Santa Clara County sports fans. The new Omicron booster is here and available for everyone 12 and older. Remember that kids can get really sick with COVID and the effects can be serious and long-term. You can't be at the top of your game when you're super fatigued. So keep your athletes safe this fall and winter with this important booster. And of course, wear a high-quality mask whenever you're inside with lots of people. Visit sccfreevax.org or call 211 to make your booster appointment. Stay healthy and stay in the game.
Christmas is in season on the Odyssey app.
Whether you're out shopping, cooking up a Christmas feast, or just decorating the house,
The Odyssey app has the playlist for your holiday season.
like Christmas classics,
Disney Christmas,
countrified Christmas,
Viva Navidad.
hip-hop Christmas, and more.
It's all here on the Odyssey app.
Download the free Odyssey app today, search for holiday stations, and get into the Christmas spirit.
That's AUDACY.
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Hi, I'm your unused PTO. It's almost the end of the year, and if you don't put me on a timesheet, I will be gone forever. Use me or lose me. Let's get away.
It's getaway time. Get our best deals of the season on a new Hyundai. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $500 bonus cash on select vehicles. Hurry to your local Hyundai dealer now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends 1/3/23. Call 1-562-314-4603 for complete offer details.
Parents, are you tired of helping put your kids' shoes on? They're squirming, watching cartoons, anything but helping. Luckily, it's Skechers to the rescue. Introducing new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Footwear you can just get your kids to step into and their shoes are on. You don't need to bend over. You don't need to sit on the floor and try to wrangle them on. And they're available in all types of Skechers styles with and without laces, and most are machine washable. Find Skechers slip-ins for kids or mom and dad at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We'll get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we'll take care of that free of charge.
But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99.
You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMC-FM at HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app. It's time to wake up with a nice cup of morning roast. Featuring
Fillmore's finest, Monte Hill. The pride of the Excelsior, Joe Butcher Boy Shasky. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, the morning roast.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. What's happening? Love everybody on YouTube. Love everybody on Twitch. The haters, the players, everybody on YouTube. I love you all. Love all the graveyard shift workers as we say good morning the last time of 2022. One take Jake. Good morning. Lutman, good morning. We love you. Graveyard shift workers, truck drivers, UPS drivers, FedEx drivers, engineers, longshoremen, teachers, students who are enjoying vacation.
SFMTA.
Cops, MTA.
Day ruiners.
Firefighters.
AKA meter maids.
Firefighters. California Highway Patrol. Muni drivers, BART drivers, BART operators. Dwayne, what's happening?
And America, listen to me and listen to me good, in the words of Radnich. Be nice to everybody. The next couple of days are going to be chaotic. Yep. You're going to go into a retail place. They're not going to have what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. You're going to be walking around. Most men do this. This is what I do. I walk in. I don't even know what I'm looking for, but I need something for a woman who has everything. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what they do, right? And you're looking around. You got your credit card. You don't even know what you want. You don't even know what to get her, but you're looking. Take a deep breath. Be nice to people in retail, okay? It's not their fault.
It's not their fault. It's not their fault. Also, good morning to the strippers. We understand it's a rough winter for them.
And we did hear from the source.
Yeah, it's a rough winter. Shout out to the strippers. Right up the street on Broadway.
The king of North Beach, Norm Dudum, was laying down court the other day.
He was. Baby mamas, baby daddies. And good morning to Mark Ibanez, who's chilling in retirement. He's chilling as a fan. What's up, Marky Mark?
They put me on. I hear the strippers comment.
Hey, don't
got me started with a good laugh.
Listen, Mark, we just like to say good morning to everybody out there. We realize the graveyard shift workers could also be strippers too. And truck drivers as well.
You know, Bonte's got a very eclectic palette when it comes to music. So he's got friends in high places like the mayor's office, and he's got friends in low places.
Hey, to be honest, we all do and should.
Yes.
Come on. Nobody's passing judgment around here.
Nobody.
Mark, let's start here. Mark,
Nobody.
when I first got into the industry, I want to take people behind the scene here. Like, I've always looked up to you for a variety of reasons, but one night you did a show with me and Covey, and then I got a text message from you later on, and it was me and you just kind of railing about the Giants. You love, obviously, all sports, but you love the baseball teams, you love the Giants, you love the A's. I'm blown away at what has happened over the last 2 weeks to the Giants. No, I mean this. And I feel like it has now gotten to the point, after everything that's happened with Carlos Correa, Aaron Judge, I can't look at this ownership group. Forget Farhan, because I've been out on the way they play baseball for a while. I can't look at this ownership group the same. Am I alone in that?
I am right there, and as you guys know, I mean, I've told you before, Giants baseball is what got me into sports. It was my first love, Willie Mays and all that. But and it hurts, and it's one of those situations, guys. I mean, I feel for you guys on the air going through this. I listen to so much sports talk radio the last couple of days on different stations and all that. And I can reveal right now, because what can they do to me now? But I used to work at another station, a competitor of yours, and way back when, I criticized the Giants when they traded Kevin Mitchell, who was an MVP. Love the guy.
One of my favorite players of all time.
Yeah, so get this. They traded him. I had a full-time show on that station, and I criticized the trade, not harshly, not even 0.1% of what I've heard guys talking about over the past few days. And they traded him for Billy Swift and a reliever named Mike Jackson.
Oh, yeah,
and Dave Burba.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Burba. It turned out to be a pretty good trade. You could say I was wrong. But my comments were vanilla compared to the vitriol that I've been hearing all over the airwaves from all sources. Get this. Al Rosen, general manager of the Giants, had me fired from that station.
Wow.
And he tried to get me fired from Channel 2.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and fortunately, I had a general manager named Kevin O'Brien who had the guts to say, I don't tell you who to put on your roster. You don't tell me what to do with my sportscaster.
Wow.
And it brought me back to that moment about how things have changed. And I can't even imagine a grown man trying to get somebody fired like that.
Embarrassing.
Comments that, it was bad. And you guys are the first time I've ever said that publicly.
Wow.
True story. That's how I lost my talk show on that other station. Yeah. And so that's how passionate I am about the Giants. And this thing has cut so deep because it's embarrassing. Bottom line, it's embarrassing.
Well, I tell you what, Mark.
The Giants organization.
I tell you what, Mark, and Shasky, he may be one of the more passionate Giants fans I've ever met. He dies with the Giants. And I love my Giants too. I love them in a different way. But I made the decision yesterday that I'm not spending a freaking dime at 3rd and King. Not next season. And I promise you I won't be there. I can't do it. I'm out on Farhan. Yeah. I'm out on Kapler. Yeah. I'm out on ownership. They lied to this organization, to this fan base. They talked a big game. Like Joe Lacob talks a big game about spending money. Well, he backs it up. Jed York, say what you want about him. They back it up down there in Santa Clara with the 49ers. Yeah. I saw Larry Bear. Go ahead, Mark.
Let me read you guys part of a text I sent to one of your co-hosts yesterday. Tell me if you agree with anything that I've said or disagree with it. Basically, I said they have a mediocre at best 40-man roster, a middling farm system, a manager that nobody likes, parentheses, you better research that, baby. No overall scope, as in the general manager doesn't seem to know what direction to go in. I asked, is this a defensive-oriented team?
Exactly.
Are they a power-oriented team?
Pitching.
Are they speedy and athletic? Do they have a great bullpen? Do they have a great rotation? I fault him for not building anything. There is no vision. It's patchwork. You can call him the fall guy, but you have to signal to the fans that you understand, because we have an unbelievable fan base, loyal, knowledgeable, incredible fan base. They cannot stand for this.
No.
And I'm tired of people telling me how smart this guy is. Because he might be book smart, but he has no street smart, no savvy, and he's a nerd playing like fantasy baseball with real people's lives. And I've had enough. You can't fire the owner, but you know what? You got to send a signal to the fans, because there is no direction in this organization right now.
I love you, Mark.
No direction.
No direction. And so I'm not going. I will watch from my couch, but you will not get a single dime from me. And I can't believe I'm saying that. And I got a daughter, Mark, who just turned 2, and she loves baseball. I may drive across the bay to go to A's game to get her baseball fix in. That's how bad it is for me right now with this organization. So when you talk about Farhan and the direction and the ownership and the players and everything, athleticism, it just, you hit it right on the head, Mark. There's no direction whatsoever. So what's next? What can make the fan base happy?
This is one of those moments in a franchise where it's going to go. It's a seminal moment. Where are they going to go? This is the kind of just complete debacle that can send a franchise backwards, because, I spoke to a very well-known baseball-specific agent yesterday. I'm not going to tell you his name, but if I did, you'd definitely recognize it. And he told me that one of the underlying problems with this whole situation is that there was some kind of disagreement in the high places, and they got cold feet. They're being not transparent about the whole thing. And the other thing is that sends a franchise backwards is the reverberation that this is going to have with other players in the future. Are they going to want to come to an organization that doesn't seem to know what left hand know what the right hand's doing? And they're being very untransparent so far with the fans. There's been no explanation, and you can't use that cop-out of saying we're not allowed because of HIPAA laws to talk about medical conditions, because they can tell you exactly how it all transformed and came unglued. And, I speak to you guys as a fan all the time. I'm no longer in the business, so there's much I can get in trouble for. But it's just, the passion of Giant fans, you guys' passion, I'm passionate about it, and it's just the kind of thing that can set a franchise back for a number of reasons. And then Ned Colletti was on the air yesterday, former Giants assistant general manager under Sabian, who did know what he was doing, by the way. But he said one of the underestimated aspects of this whole thing is he told the story of after 2002 when the Giants lost Game 7 and they didn't do much over the winter. They lost some key players and they didn't do much. And he said walking into that clubhouse in spring training was extremely uncomfortable because the players know. They know when something's been turned into a debacle. And he said, man, that was an uncomfortable place. Eyes were on management like, you guys let us down big time. Do you even really want to win?
Yeah.
Do you want to win?
It's a great question, and you bring up Sabian, but B and I love Sabian. He had his own faults. I mean, he wasn't perfect. He gave out massive contracts to some failures, Benitez, Rowan, Zito, but the guy rebounded.
It's a tough job.
He made moves. Every time they were in contention, he made moves.
He took over a 68-win team in 1996. They won the NL West they won the NL West like 5 different times, 8 times to the playoffs, 3 champions. I mean, made unbelievable shrewd trades to get Jeff Kent, Jason Schmidt, JT Snow, acquired through the draft, Tim Lincecum, Posey, Bumgarner. Like, he did it in a variety of ways. To me, at least Sabian was front and center, and he wasn't gutless. This feels so gutless to leave this guy with a suit on, okay, at the altar 20 minutes before you're about to go in front of the media. Have you ever, in your years of covering this, have you ever seen or heard anything like this in sports?
Nothing even close. Nothing approximates this. And I mean, this is like being left at the altar, but it was basically right down to, do you take this man? But right down to, I don't. You know, I mean, it was like, I mean, you couldn't cut it any closer. I'm under the impression that he was actually here in San Francisco.
He was. He was here Sunday night.
They said he had a suit on.
He was here Sunday night. I got word they was going to have dinner with a couple people, the people he was going to have dinner with on Monday because his agent and Carlos flew up from L.A., and he stayed in San Francisco. Hell, I think when he signed with the Mets, he was in a San Francisco hotel, for crying out loud. And the fact that Farhan sent out a statement, because I think it's ownership and Farhan Zaidi. I believe they're all hand in hand.
They're all one bucket to me.
That statement yesterday, Mark, was so damn tone deaf.
Gutless.
2 sentences. Yeah. They need to come out and speak. And now, they may not say everything that we want to hear, but at least show your face. Stand in front of the podium in front of on 3rd and King, where Barry Bonds built that place, and you got the Willie Mays statue and everything. They need to talk, and it needs to happen sooner rather than later.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hiding behind the HIPAA law that you can't talk about medical stuff, it doesn't wash. I mean, we're a sophisticated sports market. Everybody understands that that's not the deal. And I think an explanation, an apology, I don't know. You know, do they feel like they owe it to us? I don't know. But they certainly, at very least, owe an explanation. And that's the frustrating part as a fan. And I wouldn't blame people if they gave back their season tickets and all that comes with it. At this point, it's just a dramatic situation. And then you roll that into everything else that's going on. Thank God for the 49ers here.
Oh, man, Mark, the Warriors.
Hey, Mark,
the Warriors.
They
just lost by 68 points the last 2 nights.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
Mark,
the Warriors.
Oh, my God.
Let's talk about the Niners. Mark
Purdy.
Mark. Purdy. What do you think?
Hey, I'm really liking it, and obviously the first thing you could say is how can you really put a judgment out on a guy who's, you know, not even played 3 complete games. But, you know, again, try to do my research. I've talked to a couple of very experienced guys who are quarterback-specific coaches, and they all say the same things. The fundamentals are good, and, you know, Bill Walsh, he always used to say the most important attribute that a quarterback can have is feel for the game, the intangibles, something you can't teach. And I think he clearly has it. And another thing that I really like about him is that feel and his feet within the pocket. It's almost like he's He's, you know how it is when you're jumping on a mattress and you're moving around on a mattress, your feet move easily and smoothly. And I think he has all those things because, you know, when you've been covering sports as long as I have and as long as you guys have, sometimes guys just get it from the get-go.
Yeah.
And you don't need to see a framework of 40 games under their belt. And conversely, sometimes you see it the other way, where it's going to take a long time, for instance, like a James Wiseman, to develop. You can just see it. He doesn't get it on certain levels. He doesn't fit the puzzle, and Purdy does. There are examples I could give you, you know, a mile long on each side of it. It doesn't mean Wiseman might eventually not be a good player, but some guys it just clicks with immediately, and you can see it. And you don't need a long laundry list of games passed and experience, but he actually has had that in college, obviously. So I'm loving it. And like I say, just from a perspective of the mood and the vibe for Bay Area sports fans, well, we need what's going on with the 49ers right now, because the rest it's a pretty depressing landscape right now, you guys.
Well, if we get Steph back, I think the Warriors can get back on track. They've proven that before. The Giants, they get no love from me right now. They won't get a dime from me all of 2023 unless they do something and get rid of these guys.
That. Huh? I respect it, and I understand it.
They got to get rid of Farhan. It starts there, Mark. He's ruined this organization. And now with no shifting, they're not athletic. None of these prospects have come up yet. What are we waiting for? It's got to go. It's got to go.
It's like I said, there's no North Star in this organization, and it just doesn't wash with this fan base because we weren't born yesterday, so to speak. We've seen it all. We've experienced the highs, the lows, and this takes me back to even further back than maybe you guys. The Dave Bristol was the manager.
Oh my God!
You know?
Oh my God!
And it just seems brutal right now. I mean, how do they get out of this? There's nowhere to go on the free agent market, and they have no real trade value with the current roster they have, and there's nobody to pull fans in. Whose jersey are you guys going to buy?
Not a one. And Mark, happy holidays to your brother.
Merry Christmas.
It's always good to hear from you. Merry Christmas. Hope to see you at a game soon, whether it's the Niners or the Warriors. Hopefully you're chilling and enjoying the retirement, my man.
Thanks. I really am, and I'm always loving coming on with you guys. And you, like I said, first guys I revealed my story to.
That's a hell of a story.
Hey, Mark, I'm glad that, like you, I've been getting in trouble behind the scenes. It's good to know that I'm not the only one, as we've talked many times off air.
Hey, you know what? If you're real on the air, you will get in trouble.
I know.
Yeah, I'm in.
That's why I love Mark Abanez.
You know, Mark, I'm in the principal's office
Let's
once a month.
go.
It's
This is my man.
I can do no right.
The legend.
It could do no right, man.
Merry Christmas to you and your family on behalf of everybody here on the roast. Seriously, Mark, thank you.
Same to you guys, man. I look forward to talking to you in the new year.
No doubt. Marky Banez, legend.
Another guy who I hear
Marky
his voice
Banez.
and I smile.
Yeah, no doubt.
I just smile.
We'll be in the principal's office due to the last show.
You know,
it's our last show of the year. We're going to get in trouble.
You know what I'm going to do?
You know what?
I'm going to do the out of office on my phone on the boss.
Oh, man. Nick J. Boycott Bonte. They don't care about your money, man. They got ads and TV money. Okay.
Well, their TV deal's coming up soon, so they better be careful.
And you saw the season ticket base. Keeps dwindling.
Sal Castaneda, who I know has season tickets, he's not happy.
No.
I'm just using this as an example.
No, he's not. I know people who've given up their season tickets over the last 5 years. They are not happy with the way things are being run at the Giants. So you can laugh all you want to. My ass won't be there. I'm telling you that right now. I'll make a crab sandwich at home. I'll go to New England Chowder House down the street from the crib. Call my bluff if you want to.
Are we going to be going to Reardon and SI and Washington High School baseball games now?
I will.
Big Rec?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. And I'll go to A's games. Go see my Orioles come to town.
Name an A's player on the starting 8.
Langoliers, whatever his name is. Langoliers. Langoliers.
That chandelier out there in left field.
Laureano's still there, or is he a free agent?
Oh, he's got shin splints. He's perpetually on the IL.
My Orioles coming to town. When they come to town, I'll be there.
Orioles.
They'll be coming to Oracle Park, too. And I'll watch from the house. Julian in Half Moon Bay bought a Roast sweatshirt. Shout out to Julian in Half Moon Bay buying a Roast sweatshirt. How about that? What's coming up on the game? Sponsored by Fremont Bank, full service banking, no compromises, and calhope.org. Department of Healthcare Services. Wow, 4 sponsors in one. Guess what we got? We had the last 3 Doobie Awards to give away. The last 3 Doobie Awards. We already gave away Guess of the Year, which went to Brian Baldinger.
Yep.
Roaster of the Year and the upset, El Sleepy Floyd. And he thanked the haters and the players. Next, we got Guest Moment of the Year.
Ooh.
Roasting Moment of the Year. Wife Girlfriend Drops. And Freestyle of the Year. That's all coming up. The last 3 Doobie Awards.
And I have something special for you to make you even smile more.
Oh, gosh.
On the other side.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. CalHope can help. Access CalHope's free and secure mental health resources. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
Life doesn't stop when the economy is uncertain. The market might not care you have a wedding to plan or a kid to put through school. And inflation doesn't know you've got a family to feed. But Bank of America does. And is here to help. With digital tools to help you save and local experts in the Bay Area, you can keep life moving forward the way you need it to. Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at BofA.com/San Francisco. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC equal credit opportunity lender.
This is your time to cash in at Cash Creek Casino Resort. To rock and to roll. Over the hills and bluffs. Go all out or go all in. With 4 stars and rising stars, now we do more than ever, so you can do as much or as little as you want. It's your time to cash in at Cash Creek Casino Resort.
Hi, welcome to IKEA and our winter sale. Hi. We've got hundreds of offers on everything from storage solutions to...
I'm sorry, did you say hundreds?
Yes.
I'm still working from home. Anything to help me get organized?
Absolutely. Check out our offers on shelving and desks.
Ooh, what about mattresses?
Yep, those too.
Dressers? Sofas?
Yes and yes.
I think I need a bigger cart.
Visit us at IKEA-USA.com/offers for details. Offer dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/offers for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
One 877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
With car prices at an all-time high, our donors are now getting highest receipts ever. Don't miss out for 2022. Donate at carsforkids.org and your car can be picked up tomorrow.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2022.
For all contest rules, go to 957thegame.com/rules.
Are you dreaming of an adventure? Ready for a getaway? Celebrate the season with SFO. Enter the SFO Holiday Sweepstakes by visiting flysfo.com/holidays for your chance to win a $1,000 credit toward a nonstop flight from SFO with more than 115 destinations to choose from worldwide and other great prizes with SFO this holiday season. SFO, your gateway to holiday cheer. Go to flysfo.com/holidays for your chance to win today.
Hi, I'm your unused PTO. It's almost the end of the year, and if you don't put me on a timesheet, I will be gone forever. Use me or lose me. Let's get away.
It's getaway time. Get our best deals of the season on a new Hyundai. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $500 bonus cash on select vehicles. Hurry to your local Hyundai dealer now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends 1/3/23. Call 1-562-314-4603 for complete offer details.
The final days of Winterfest are here at Lowe's. Save now before they're gone. Take up to $600 off select major appliances and get instant savings on top brand names such as Whirlpool, Samsung, and LG. Plus, get free delivery on purchases over $396. You can always count on finding a great selection in-store or online. Don't miss the final days to save during Winterfest, only at Lowe's. Offer valid through 12/24. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
Streaming on Peacock.
Fellas, I'm getting married.
From the creator of The Best Man and The Best Man Holiday.
Come with us to Quinn's wedding. Guaranteed to put a smile on your face.
And executive producer of Insecure.
They want to make unfinished business into a movie.
That book caused a lot of drama. Get your popcorn ready.
Bring me a higher level.
Just like old times, only better.
The Best Man, The Final Chapters. A new limited series. Streaming now. Only on Peacock.
Let's get lit!
In San Jose, mostly cloudy. Today, highs near 60.
Weather brought to you by Macy's. It's Macy's last-minute gift sale with great presents and gift cards. Shop early and late and pick up curbside or in-store. Plus, spend your Macy's money on anything. No merchandise exclusions.
Norman, we need to pause this surgery.
What, doctor?
Well, we need to hurry to the Xfinity Hello 2023 sale. New Xfinity customers can get 75 megabit internet for just $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Plus, when you add 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile, you get $500 back for a limited time.
Drop everything. Get to the Xfinity Hello 2023 sale now through January 10th. Go to Xfinity.com/Hello2023 to learn more. Restrictions apply. Internet offer requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After term, regular rates apply. Xfinity Internet required for Xfinity Mobile.
ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner are coming to Shoreline Amphitheater August 10th, and 95.7 The Game has your tickets. For your shot to win and get in the running for the grand prize, 2023 Shoreline Lawn Pass. Head to 957thegame.com.
Now, back to the morning roast with Bonte and Shasky.
All right, man, we got a special guest. We got 2 special guests coming up at 8:50. A surprise for everybody out there on YouTube and Twitch. It's going to blow your mind away. It's actually put a big smile on my face. All morning long, I've been grumpy. I've been the Grinch. It actually put a smile on my face seeing these 2 individuals. So that would happen at 8:50. But first, we got some awards to give away. The first annual Doobie Awards here on the Morning Roast.
Let's go.
The Doobie Awards.
Let's go.
Let's go.
What do we got?
So we already had Best Guest.
Speaking of which,
Roaster of the Year.
Doobie, if you're out there, we're the morning roast. And the roast is a quadruple entendre on many things. You're roasting weed, coffee. I don't know, we're roasting each other. I love a good roast.
More so weed.
And so Doobie is also, right into the mix. So, my dad used to call it Acapulco Gold, 4 fingers for a zip, for a lid. So that's where the whole Doobie thing came from. So let's start roasting away.
All right, we already gave up Guest of the Year, Roaster of the Year. Now we have the Guest Moment of the Year. Guest Moment of the Year.
Give it to me.
Lutman, take it away.
All right, for Guest Moment of the Year, first we have that time that Gabe Kapler scared Joe Shasky. Here it is.
And then you got Dave Roberts coming out and saying that he thinks that they can win the World Series. Now, he was kind of backed into a corner there. But when you heard the quote on the Dan Patrick Show from Dave Roberts, what did Gabe Kapler think?
What makes you think I heard the quote?
Oh, you haven't heard it? Well,
I'm not saying it, but you're making an assumption that I have.
Oh, my bad. He basically said that he thinks they can win the World Series this year and that they should win the World Series this year.
No, I was being playful.
You scared me, Coach. I thought I went one step too far.
No, you're good. I was just having some fun with you. We were on a roll with
you were off that day. You showed up late, I believe.
Yeah. That was our oversleeping sensation.
You pulled a Marty McFly.
I did pull a Marty McFly.
What? I got to go back with you? Where?
Woke up, it was 6:37. It's like, wait a minute.
I'm late for work.
I was supposed to be doing something.
And it was the one time that we had like a 6 a.m. interview. You actually were doing
what I remember most from that is I think on 4 or 5 different occasions, Shas, you're like, all right, Coach, one more question here before we get you out of here. And then you still kept going. It was
38-minute interview.
It's the only guest who said, I have to go.
Yeah,
look, 38 minutes. I'm out.
All right, next up, who's another nominee?
All right, our next nominee is Xavier McDaniel's Rick Mahorn story. Here it is.
Here we go. Derek McKee got hit in Seattle, and I was livid. It was Mahorn hit him, and I mean, he hit him hard. And I told Derek, get your ass up. And I said, Nick, call the same play. And the officials knew I was mad. And he tried to come in. I said, you guys didn't do nothing. And I said, call that same play. And I promise you, any of these touch Derek McKee, I'm going to break somebody's jaw. And so we called that
Xavier McDaniel on the Morning Roast here on 95.7 The Game. He's got turned up for a second.
Yeah.
He got turned up for a second. Hold on.
Happens.
We'll get him back on.
We'll get him back on, baby.
We had to dump a couple things.
He got going.
Xavier McDaniel played the league a long time. Look, this was no scrub. Oh, wow. Xavier McDaniel, everybody. That was nominee number 2. Loved it.
Xavier McDaniel, that might be the moment of the year for 95.7 The Game. Keep going.
Love it. Keep going. Come on, focus, baby.
Yeah, no, I like how you got a little Langford action there, too. So our next nominee, we had Mike Florio on. I believe this was back in August when rumors were swirling over Tom Brady coming to the 49ers, and Florio offered to take a pie in the face over a certain situation. Here it is.
All right, Mike. So technically we're partners. Like, I work for NBC Sports Bay Area as the host of Warriors pre- and post-game show. Warriors are struggling right now. Obviously, pro football talk, you can catch it on NBC all the time. So basically, we're family members. We're cool now after being spicy the last time you were on here. Now, I disagree that Brady will be a 49er. And you mentioned earlier, was it late last week or something, that, hey, if Brady's not a Niner by week 1, you can throw a pie in my face. Mike, let's have some fun. You come out to the Bay Area, you come to our show, and we have some fun with the pie. We can have lemon meringue pie. We can have whatever pie you want.
Hey, first of all, I didn't make that offer. It was foisted upon me by Dan Patrick on his show. I foolishly agreed. I was drinking earlier that day than usual. But I've got a long list of people who want to do the pie in the face. It doesn't require me to leave my house. So they will be, I guess we can do a combination book signing and put a pie in my face. I'm just concerned about what is the pan going to be made out of, and how hard of a follow through am I going to get from whoever does it? That's what I'll
go soft. I won't throw a fastball.
No, I was thinking about the kind of pie in the face though.
Mike Florio, did he ever get the pie in the face?
I don't think so. And now as we stick with our Back to the Future theme, I'm thinking of the pie at the end when Marty throws it at Biff as he's about to shoot Doc in the head. That's you throwing it at, your man, Biff Tannen, a.k.a. Mike Florio. We're basically, we work for the same company. I know you're on Sunday Night in America. I'm on NBC Bay Area.
Hey, you gotta flex sometimes. You gotta flex.
That.
I was trying to get the flex
You
over the show.
I'm the king of the Bay Area.
I wasn't the king yet. No, I am. Kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
You're not kidding.
Next up.
Our next nominee. So obviously, Bob Myers, once a frequent guest on the show, and the morning after. Like I said, once upon a time.
Got to spread the wealth, apparently, here. The communism at 95.7 The Game.
Anyway, the morning after the Warriors won that surprise NBA title that Nick Friedel was talking about, Bob surprised us with a call-in, and here's how that call got started.
The checkbook championship, I guess we could call it now, or some of the clowns out there are saying.
Is he wearing shoes?
Yeah, are you wearing socks, Bob? Or did you put your socks on this morning?
No, pajamas. I got pajamas on, guys.
I love it. I love
shoes, no socks.
I love the PJs. How much sleep did you get last night? Are you just running on fumes right now? Did you just pull an all-nighter? Because I was worried about you last night. You were in great spirits. But, boy, I was like, man, somebody's going to need to help Bob get to the hotel room.
Oh, buddy. Do you guys do you hear about where the players, where the party was? Do you guys hear about any of that?
I heard rumblings, but I stayed away from it. I knew I had a radio show, and I didn't even want to get into that. I let you guys do your own thing.
He's drunk with happiness.
Yeah, there you go.
No, you know what the problem is? I don't remember how to go out to a club. It was kind of like a club. I'm too old. I mean, it's loud. It wasn't for me, obviously. The players had a good time, but yeah, man, I didn't sleep enough. But I'm not. I didn't get. I wasn't stumbling.
No doubt.
He did tell me that afternoon. I said, "What are you going to do if we win?" He said, "I'm going to get really drunk," and I think he did. He did.
That's a bomb.
But oh man, it's fun. You know what's going to be great is the plane ride back today with all the guys, because we got to do that one other time in 2000. I guess twice we got to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the best time, because, when you win, as much as I want to win in front of our fans, when we get to experience it together, and then we get that 6-hour flight to just walk around and talk to people in the group, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that.
At the very beginning, when you go, yeah, I heard about it, like you were on the inside part of the team group text about the party, and it was beneath you. That's my favorite part of that entire drop.
I had to get in for the show. I'm dedicated to the morning roast. I want to be a professional. I knew if I partied, I wouldn't make it to WEEI in Boston to do a show with you.
You don't become the king without commitment, Shasta.
Exactly. There you go.
You know what?
That's a good point. Boom.
Well, usually the king's not on the front lines. You know what I mean? He stays back at the castle.
Hey, real leaders lead, all right?
There you go. There you go.
Only fake kings sit from a throne and give orders. Bonte's not a Joffrey.
And look, damn right. I'm not finna sip no wine. I'm always looking to see who's giving me drinks. Listen, Bob Myers called us unsolicited, just saying, hey, I got to talk to my guys. It'd be nice if you called again, Bob. Go ahead and do that again.
Bob,
we miss you, Bob.
Bad signal.
All right, miss you, Bob.
We do have one last guest moment of the year.
Oh, wow. A lot of guest moments in the year.
We got to ran through these.
From our friend, Brian Windhorst, who
Wendy
said something earlier this year that really lit this station up when he said that the Warriors' win over the Mavericks was a checkbook win.
Oh, boy.
And that set off a firestorm here at the station. So we decided, let's bring Windy on and have him defend his comment. Here's how that went.
They also built a stadium with their own dollar and reinvested it back into the team. To me, they should be lauded as what every owner should be doing right now in sports, not just in the NBA. This is how you should run your business, trying to compete at the highest level. I don't know why that's a negative.
Well, first off, I don't know why you're implying what I said was a negative. Why are you implying what I said was a negative?
Well, because I think that there's a general consensus. Just real quick.
What I said was reality.
So, let me ask you this, Wendy. Would you consider the 2015-16 Cavaliers that came back from a 3-1 deficit, would you consider that a checkbook championship? Because they had the highest payroll in the league. Just because you had the highest payroll and you spend money off the court doesn't mean you're going to win a championship or play for a championship. We see teams with high payrolls all the time try to buy players and buy championships. What the Warriors have done is organic, and the tone just came out as if you undercut them saying, well, this is a checkbook win because Andrew Wiggins makes this amount of dollars. Don't forget, nobody wanted Andrew Wiggins 2 years ago.
Nobody.
Yeah, well, yes, the last team to have the highest payroll and win the title were the Cavs. It's actually been a couple of the most recent teams have had. The Lakers were not a taxpayer and won the title. The Bucks went into the luxury tax because the bonuses that they had to pay out for winning the title. So the last few champions, the Raptors, I think, might have been in the tax a little bit, but the last few champions have had lower payouts. But you're right, the 2016 Cavs spent a ton of money.
So
he should play slot corner for the Niners.
So you think what you did to Pavlovich yesterday made the rounds at NBC Sports Bay Area? Well, I got the TD Garden.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, one lady from ESPN, Wendy's a really nice guy. He's a really nice guy. Remember Tristan Crick started tweeting about us, tweeting us. I follow on her. These guys, they're not professionals coming at Wendy like that. But he's been back on the show since. We made amends, like Mike Florio. Yeah. We break bread with Wendy.
I'm on a group thread with him and Nick.
There you go. Look at that.
So 3 basketball savants.
Did you notice the flex right there? Just a...
I had to get one more flex in before the year was over. Xfinity style. All right, what else we got? We got to run through these.
Just fun thing about Wendy. I texted him afterwards, just be like, hey, man, it was cool having you on, stuff like that. He's like, yeah, it's all good. I know when I'm right.
Wow.
And he was wrong then.
Wow.
He was wrong.
Sounds like someone I work with.
He got but he had nothing. He had nothing.
So, winner.
The winner is Xavier McDaniel. He gets double dumped. X-Men with the guest moment of the year. Turned the Bay Area upside down. And we've double dumped him ever since. We had him back out. We had to double dump him. I mean, he originated the term double dump.
This is not Amber Heard. We're talking about Xavier McDaniel here.
X-Man.
That's a 4.
Is a legend. I don't even know who Amber Heard is, but I like it.
Amber Heard is the one who took a dump in Johnny Depp's bed. And then, she was in the Marvel or the DC comic universe.
The whole Johnny Depp thing,
the whole thing was weird.
Yeah,
I love you so much, and I'm mad so much. I'm pooping in your bed.
Yeah, like I could just wash the sheets and get rid of it.
I might do that to Farhan this weekend.
Just cut a horse head like The Godfather.
There you go.
All right, let's move on to our next category. Got to try and move this along here, guys. This is our roasting moment of the year. So the top moment happened on the show without a guest per se. Our first nominee is back during the Western Conference Finals. We had our friends. I had to figure out the words there. We had our friends Sean and RJ from Dallas on.
SHAN.
Yes, and
Shane,
RJ.
Really,
and they needed to come back on because they love getting punked. So they came back on before the series against the Mavericks, and this is what happened.
Why does your home court suck compared to the last place?
Go ask Memphis in Game 6. and how loud it was.
Oh, wow. You guys beat Memphis for that. Way to take 3 games to close out the Grizzlies without Ja.
Grindhouse now.
Way to take 3 games to close out the Grizzlies. Real impressive.
I got a soundbite for you to sit back and listen from the great Luka Doncic.
I mean, that's a loud gym, I ain't gonna lie. I think this one in Utah, honestly, are two of the loudest gyms in the league.
What? What? The great Luka Doncic said what? Salt Lake City and Chase Center, the 2 loudest gyms in the NBA. That's very interesting. Very interesting.
Awesome.
And Luka doesn't just say anything. He doesn't just shoot from the hip. He speaks what's on his mind.
No, he's generic and boring. Learn your team. Don't you learn? Don't you know to watch?
I still want your other 2 champions. I want to hear. Oh, yeah, remember they were saying they have champions on their team?
Oh yeah, they could name their 2011 championship team.
No, at all.
They're RJ Shot. We'll probably have them back on soon.
Yeah, they don't want none of us.
Cowboys, Niners.
What else we got?
All right, so obviously the Warriors won that series, and then they won the finals.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. And then so we had a parade. Parade was pretty fun. And Bonte opened up the show, as he always does, with a really loud "Oh Baby," and I'm going to play it and then afterwards kind of explain why this one's so significant.
Oh, baby!
Let's go!
We're live. It's Marcus Street. What's up, Doug?
Let's go!
What's going on, man?
Let's go!
Dude, that place was
Parade coverage brought to you by the San Francisco Zoo and Gardens and Zinni Eyewear for everyone. It's Muddy Time. Muddy Time. We got people hopping up the barricades. Security and security.
So the reason that one was so significant, unfortunately I was not able to pull this clip, was Channel 2 was doing their broadcast about a little whiles away on the little platform right next to our table. And you go back, you watch the Channel 2 broadcast, the lady's doing her stand-up there, and you hear in the background, while she's doing her stand-up shot. And so I really wish I could go back and find that that part. But
right, she goes, and you can hear people hearing the parade are really happy right now.
Bro,
so it's just a radio show.
It was the
"Oh
Baby" heard around the world.
I forget, there's ABC, KTVU, and then
Cron 4.
They're all in a row, though. And I went right down the car wash, and I got text from everyone. I literally went from one TV station to the next. I swear to God, I felt like you next to Ross Mathai.
All right. So
Typical
our next
Joe Shasky to make it all about himself. My award, or me being nominated, and he makes it about himself. Unbelievable. How do you deal with these guys?
There was so much weed that day. So much weed that day.
Oh, well, shocker. San Francisco.
I mean,
it was news at 11, weed in San Francisco.
Yeah, well,
no, but I'm saying that day in particular.
What Dallas Television Acre in
it was
2010?
5:30 in the morning.
Cannabis and marijuana here in Orca Park. It
was 5:30 in the morning. I swear to God, I had contact high, taking one step out of the Uber.
It was great.
All right. Moving on to the next one. So we had a local Bay Area legend call into the show by the name of the Whistle Man, Bub Rub.
Right.
Or
Bub
so
Rub.
we thought.
Like, this is the real you, right? Would you please tell people out there, because a lot of people think that we're fake.
Man, it's 20 years ago, too.
Man, I got to keep it real with you. It ain't even me, man. I'm whoever they want me to be.
So you're not the real Bub Rub?
No, I'm a singer, man.
You're a singer?
What?
Yeah.
So
I sing. I don't do jingles.
So Bub Rub. So you weren't in this video with the whistles going woo woo.
Yes.
Yes, you were. Yes, you weren't in it.
Yes, I weren't in it.
So that's you with the whistles go woo woo, right?
Woo woo. No, that ain't me, bro.
That ain't you, Wade. So wait, why would you say that? Why would you do that?
Huh?
Why would you do that to us, Bub Rub? We thought that was you with the whistle pipes.
I do whistle pipes. I like music.
Yeah, but we're talking about the woo woo, the Cry 4 video. Oh man, we've been duped.
Man, you ain't been duped, because I could have kept duping you. I'm telling you the truth. I'm trying to get on the air and let people know that Ty McCray sang.
That was just such a surreal moment right there.
Hey, honestly, when Boss said, "I've got the real Bub Rub," he was dead serious.
I talked to the guy yesterday for 20 minutes.
I swear to God,
he said it was the new Bub Rub.
Down the
Pam
street.
Moore, let me flex here. Pam Moore, I texted with her, and she was going to come to the show. She goes, "Oh, I heard Bub Rub made another appearance." So we'll get Pam Moore
So
on
speaking of which, my wife's watching Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
In 2023, I'm gonna get you the guy, the Samoan dude, the Polynesian guy, who punked Dog the Bounty Hunter when he came to San Francisco.
Oh, Samoan dude punked him?
Yeah, he said, "Dog about to get effed up."
Yeah, you don't want to mess
This guy's
with
like 6'6". His name's Big Body Cisco.
Was he from Sunnyvale?
Let's just put it this way. I'm not putting his business on the street, but we're going to get him on the show.
All right, yeah.
It's the greatest episode of Dog the Bounty Hunter that ever existed.
I'll watch it today.
No, it's scrubbed from the internet because he sued them for illegally putting handcuffs on him on television.
Oh, my God. It's scrubbed?
And there's like 15 Polynesian dudes, and they're all surrounding. And he, because Dog the Bounty Hunter walks around like his steak don't stink. Hey, Dog. Them emo boys don't play.
The Samoans, man. All right, and what else we got, Lovin?
So our last one here is this one took place on December 7th, 2022, a date that will forever live in Giants infamy, when we walked into the studio and realized that Aaron Judge was going back to New York. And Joe Shasky, well, honestly, this might even be his best rant of the month about the Giants, but Joe Shasky had this to say.
This, a desirable place so that when all the money came off the books from the bad contracts, you could go and splash in free agency and supplement it with all of these different flowers and plants that were growing up in your farm. And he's failed to do that. Like, it's just very simple to me. He's failed to do that. And it's so obvious to me that we're going to spend as much money as possible. This dude took your offer. He was like, here, 9 for 360, which is, we'll get to that in a second. 9 for 360. Yankees, can you match that? Yes, we can. Gone. You got played. You got played. You know what you are? You're the sucker at the bar buying drinks for the girl who's never going to go home. That's who you are. You're that sucker. And the Giants got snookered by Aaron Judge and his agent. This is the most ridiculous thing of all time. And then you got so...
It should have started at $400 million. Honest to God.
To my deathbed, I'll be going down saying, no, there's a tax. You needed to be 50+ million over whatever the equal amount of years was.
Have you been that guy that's bought a girl a drink at the bar? Because I have. And you think, oh, man, I'm in the game.
Everyone has.
And you look around and you're like, damn, what happened?
Yeah,
and she's in some dude's car out, Audi 5Gs.
Well, I mean, you were going to...
You got the assist.
You were going to throw on the 26 Fillmore or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, the 22 Fillmore.
Excuse me, 26. 26 San Jose.
I was broke, man. What are you going to do? That's the most disappointing part. You buy the drink and you're like, I know I only got $14 in the bank account. This one's got to work out. I need those $14 for that Munchie Bill and Jack in the Box.
Overdraft? Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'll do that.
Every 2 weeks, that was happening. All right, Lubman, who's the winner here? What's the winner? What we got here? Bub Rub!
Oh,
the
my
fake
God.
Bub Rub!
Oh, my
How's that
God.
not the roasting moment of the year? The fake Bub Rub. There we go. There we go. Let's keep it moving. We got to keep it moving here.
Yeah, so we got our last category here. This is our best freestyle of the year.
Category.
We have some good ones here. Right. Gene kind of gave us a late addition earlier. So here's some.
Did Shasky. For crying out loud. Shasky tried to get. See, Joe Shasky the Butcher, I love him so much. He tried to get in every single category. He wanted to be a nominee. He tried to win 3 Academy Awards.
Of course.
He's trying to sweep the awards here.
So trying to be like the 2015 Warriors.
The three official entrants we have here are first from one Mr. Britt.
Hey, what's up, guys? Mr. Britt here. Hey, Sam, you want to hit that beat? Happy birthday, Shasky.
Oh, is this
Let's go. Let's go, Walker. We're ready for these bars. You've been hyping it up. Let's go.
Go.
I didn't think he was going to flow here. I got worried.
This is a little urban toast.
There's a beat. I thought he was B-Rabbit. B-Rabbit?
Yeah, I thought he was throwing up right here.
Here we go.
Let's go, Walker. Spin him. Let's go.
Like, hurry up. We're running up against it.
I'm just like, dude, I got
Like sourdough, he's Francisco grown. It's the Joe Shasky appreciation flow. But your boy so funny, jokes hit just right. Producers cutting that up for a sound bite. Early in the morning, when traffic is slim, catch Bonte and Butcher at 6 a.m. Number 1, who's that? We are never second place like KMBR.
All right, so we got Mr. Britt.
That's facts.
Moving along here. Who we got next, Robin?
We got Duke with his freestyle action.
Duke Empire, rise up and strike back. Go
hope the boy Trey Lance is not stumbling and bumbling and acting like Lumpkin. The bullets that he passing got fire and got gas and now it's getting drastic. Got you catching balls in the middle of the traffic. And then George Kittle's with the 2020 vision. He's slipping and he's slicing to make executive decisions. Got Nick Bosa. They say he's a roaster. Quarterback burnt like he came out of toaster. He faster Ferrari. 50 sack to prove by David Bakhtiari. Watch Debo run fast right past you. Receiving out the backfield. Stronger than the man is still. Leaving in the cloud of smoke. The Niners, boy, we ain't no joke. Touchdown is what they say, but get the cheddar ball out. That's what we do in the bank. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, the morning roast with Fillmore's finest, Vontae Hill, and the pride of the Excelsior, Joe Butcher Boy Shasky. Niners, we ready. We ready.
Oh, my God.
To ride.
Lakefield in the house.
Let's go.
That was fire.
Incredible.
That was fire. That
was
might
incredible.
be a winner. Might be the winner. It's going to be tough to unseat
You know
that.
it's good when it's part of the official show open now.
It is the intro now.
Incredible.
It is the intro. But we got one last nomination
That
for
was
freestyle
incredible,
of the
Duke.
year. It's the fake bum rub.
And yeah, this is his attempt at a freestyle.
Well, let me hear one of your
So let me hear a note then. If you're a singer, then you better be good, bum rub.
Check this out. I wrote this from the top of my head. Just hear it out before you judge it.
Okay.
And this is to all the fans out there. It goes, I don't go to church on Sunday. No, I don't. I don't follow my knees and pray. No, I don't. I might don't read my Bible, but I praise my Lord I praise my Lord every day. He's okay. See, I ain't got to ask him no questions. No, I don't. Because he ain't going to tell me no lies. But if you listen to my story, you see, I'm trying to testify, don't lie. He helps me on my journey. See, I ain't ready for that.
I don't know if you're bub rub or not, but this is the most incredible segment in the history of the
I had to tell.
Oh my God!
Are you ready for that? No, we was not ready for that.
Going back to
We were
Back
not
to
ready
the
for
Future.
anything that day.
The Johnny, when he goes, Johnny, be good. Y'all not ready for that, but your kids are gonna love it. That's what Bub Rub just did right
His
there,
own doubles,
bro. No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Oh my God. Oh,
my heart is hurting. All right, London, who's the winner? Who's the winner for the freestyle of the year? Freestyle of the year. Oh, I'm crying. Oh, it's Duke from the city. Come on, how can it not be Duke from the city? Freestyle King, Morning Roast. Duke gets the love.
Oh my God.
Duke from Lakeview. They call him Bub. They call him the Bubs from the Wire. You know, Bubs from the Wire. I'm crying, man. My heart hurts, man. The fake Bub Rub makes 2 appearances.
Mark.
Hold on, Mark. Give us 1 second, Mark, because we got to bring in some special guests. Special guests hopping on the microphone before the flex moment of the show. Look, man, he's a part of the show. He's got his own graphic on YouTube. And we got little bro. We got Deli Boy and Papa Shasky in the building. And he's got the Grateful Dead hat. Now Papa Shasky doesn't know where the microphone is. I'm afraid that once he starts talking, he will not stop talking. There we go. We got the cameras up. Get the cameras rolling. We need people to see Papa Shasky and Deli Boy in the studio.
I know how
and by
much
the way,
you can't stand me, so I figured if I bring in my family, we can end this year on a high note. They've never been to the studio before. So therefore, this is my brother. This is my
get
dad.
Deli Boy's camera up there.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate
you know what?
that.
And shout out to Ernie Chavez. He sent us
What'd he say?
$20 on YouTube. He sent us $20, and he said, "Happy holidays. Enjoy coffee on me. Bonte, Shasky, Lovin,
thank you.
and One Take Jake."
Thank you, Ernie Chavez.
Hey, you know what?
You're a day one.
Hey, listen, man. Ernie Chavez, Tyler Miller, Kyle Kelly, all these guys on YouTube. You guys are all roasters of the year. Trust me. You all are roasters of the year. We can't give out all the awards, though. So next year, try again. Doobie Awards, the second annual, happening next year.
Hey, Bonte, can you name one Grateful Dead song as my dad is sitting here? I told you he's a deadhead. In the shirt and hat.
That's pretty badass.
Can you wear?
look like
can you
Oracle
name one?
Park right now. They got the Grateful Dead banner hanging on the bricks. I can't name one song.
Dad, can you tell him one song? What's your favorite?
Scarlet Begonias.
Oh, it's Stage Fright.
Me and my uncle, Casey Jones.
Oh my gosh. I could
play the beat on down the line.
Deli Boy. Dude, Papa Shasky's getting stage fright.
He is. I'm a little
Shasky.
scared. I'm surprised.
Deli Boy, what's happening?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on with the ride to Pebble Beach? Now's your time
I don't know.
to vent. Now's your time to vent because you found out on the radio that JP Money swooped in and was going to ride with him.
Yeah.
So,
well, they don't want to ride with me and Pop. I don't know why. He's got a big ego. I don't think it's
I don't think his head can fit in my truck. I'll put it that way.
Has his ego grown since he's hosted this show?
Tremendously. I think he went from a size 7 to a size 12.
Damn.
I'm like James Robinson.
Damn.
All right, so we're playing Pebble today.
Yeah.
All right, we're playing Pebble today. You guys want to have a caddy. Mark Willard has played Pebble before. Mark, head nod, yes or no, should they pay for a caddy? Yes, he's saying yes.
Thank you.
He's saying yes.
Look, I'm probably never gonna play Pebble ever again. So I want the full experience. Why wouldn't I get a caddy?
I like that.
I mean, come on. This guy thinks he's like, I played this game so many times.
I did on Tiger Woods. I know the course.
You know, Deli, you and I can do a show
he walked
together.
the cart path
You seem very
4
humble.
times at a pro-am.
It's time I have a humble partner in 2023.
Listen, I'm never going to do it. I want a caddy. I've never done a caddy before. So I thought, hey, what's a better place to do it than at Pebble Beach, right?
Papa Shask, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Papa Shask, I love you. I do love you.
Stage fright. I'm shocked.
These
This
guys
is the
don't want to roll with
quietest
you.
he's ever been in his
He ain't
entire
gonna be
life.
quiet the whole car ride, though.
You should be driving down to Pebble Beach because I know they'll get there on time.
He's going to be talking the whole ride down.
That's fine.
Because he can't get anything out right now, but he's...
Well, no, I was gonna borrow my wife's car, but she's sick, and she goes, "No, you're not taking my car." I go, "Well, you're not going to use it." She goes, "I don't care. It's my car."
So you brought the sickness into the studio.
No, I didn't know.
Shout out to Noreen. Shout out to Noreen out there who has to deal with these jokers on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Shout out to Noreen. A happy holidays to her.
Oh, yeah.
It's good to see you guys, man.
Oh, we love
Day
you,
by
Monte.
day.
We love
I've
you,
had
Monte.
a rough 24 hours with the Giants and the Warriors.
Dad, what are you out on the Giants? You're pretty toned down.
Well, listening to
Mark Ibanez?
Mark Ibanez story, I was going to say the same thing. I think they bought a used car, right? They didn't get a chance to test drive it. They walked around it. They kicked the tires. They said, "Yeah, I don't like it," and they put it back. That's to me. That's what they did with this. And then not only that is they sold season tickets on the premise that Korea is going to play, and then I'm like Monte said, I don't think enough people bought season tickets. Right, so there's nobody on this team that I want to pay money to go put my fanny in a seat.
So what are you telling other free agents now?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you telling other future free agents?
Boris is going to
Don't come
represent
here.
every big
We're
free
shady.
agent moving forward.
Wow.
They're cheap.
What are you going to do?
I know.
I don't know what they're going to do.
They're
I know
going
what I'm going
to
to do.
They're going to do the same thing they did last year. Hope and pray that people come to watch nobody.
Are you
Nobody there.
expecting another 107 game?
No, that's not happening.
It's not going to happen.
We went to a game a Tuesday night against the Dodgers. Okay, it's Tuesday night against the Dodgers. We were throwing the baseball from sections over because there was no one there. This is against the Dodgers.
Well, we'll be doing that next year too. Well, you guys will be doing that. I'll be going to the Coliseum.
I lost faith in this ownership when I saw that they were selling Dodger gear at Oracle Park. Wow. I thought that's the
that
lowest.
Was a horrible Friday night.
How did you do that? Will you ever see Boston gear being sold in New York?
No.
Will you ever see Cubs gear being sold in St. Louis?
You know what's
All of a
ironic
sudden,
about that? We were all three, Papa Shasky, Butcher. We're at SoFi Stadium for the
my
NFC
God.
Championship game, laughing at Rams fans for selling Niners gear. Remember, we were mocking them. Like, look at this. We'll never see this in the Bay Area.
Oh, the sea of red in the parking lot was absolutely incredible. I mean, we took over that parking lot.
That poor lady that you took her parking spot. That lady paid like $1,000 for her parking
So
spot.
we all posted up next to her. All of a sudden, all the 49er fans were like crowding her. She couldn't even breathe. Her dad had been a Ram fan forever.
Well, you can't Facebook Live it, and you almost got us all in trouble.
You got us all in trouble, Facebook Live. Well, here at the tailgate, it's like everyone's blowing weed, and there's women everywhere. My
I'm
mom's
getting
calling
FaceTimes
me,
from
where is your father? Why is he with all these women? All right, well,
We had a great time there.
And
then on the way, Bonte got to drive the 5.0 with the top down when we left the stadium. Right, you got to drive it back. No, he drove.
I never drove. I didn't touch the wheel.
No, you were in the front seat.
Yeah.
I was in the back seat.
Yeah,
That's right.
We
That's
were in the
right.
front seat. You had great parking. The parking lot was great. We walked down there like old school. That was a phenomenal day.
Until
the
the
mafia
end.
breakfast until
Jimmy Garoppolo gets the ball back with a minute to go, and this guy starts packing up his gear. I was so mad at you. I was so mad at you.
Well, what about there was that guy that was drunk. There was a guy.
We didn't tell the story yesterday. So we're sitting half and somebody, they switch seats. So it's me, my dad, half, and what's his buddy's name?
Half, and Ryan.
And Ryan, thank you.
Nice guys.
And then there's this hammered Rams fan next to us, and he's got the margarita, and he's like
with his girlfriend.
I mean, he's just floating. At one point, I had to push him down into his seat so he wouldn't spill anything on us. I wanted to knock him out, and you know me, I'm not a very violent person these days, especially when I don't drink at games. I wanted to kill this guy, and half I thought was going to headbutt him into oblivion.
Poor White half, like at March Madness, Sweet 16, he's a big Duke fan. I'm doing something, and next thing you know, David Taylor's like, he did. That's my guy. David Taylor looks at me from NBC Sports. He goes, hey, your boy Hef is about to get into something. And 3 Texas Tech fans are going after Hef saying, hey, you, come here. And Hef's yelling at him saying, you guys are not classy. Take your L. And I'm like, Hef, dude, chill. He was like, that's what Hef does at sporting events. It's got to calm down.
Before we flex, one last flex for the new year. Mark Abanez just texted me. He loves hearing your takes, Pops. Let's flex.